they've recorded it in a way where I'm like, man, you need to smoke some weed, like drink some alcohol, take some drugs, like, because you are too clean on that. Like, you sound too, everything's
too polished.
It's too polished.
Is there anyone you can think of?
Like,
anyone you can think of that does that, where they just overthink?
But I don't want to put them out there. I know exactly what I'm thinking. We'll talk about that off air.
What's going on, world? Welcome to episode 37 of the Rhymes Like Dimes podcast with your boys Peter,
Yo,
Mohammed,
You.
and myself, Yemi. And today we are joined by two very special guests, an important UK rap duo and blood brothers that did a lot to bridge the gap between the UK and US in the mid to late 2000s and 2010s. These guys have made cinematic music speaking to their experiences both here and in the US, earning praise from both sides of the pond. They've also collaborated with everyone from Cameron and Nicki Minaj to Chip and Wretch. We welcome Mega and Mayhem, Streets All Salute, aka Eurogang, aka S.A.S. to the pod today.
Hey.
Well, with you.
How you guys doing?
What's popular?
it's good, man.
Good.
Legends.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for legends in this. Thank you for coming, guys. How's it going?
Respect. Out here.
Yeah.
Out here,
Yeah.
getting accustomed to these COVID rules.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Just trying to survive, man.
I'm exempt from the mask, man. Trust me. That's
Feel
what I
you.
tell them all.
Sweet to everyone.
You know they can't question you if you tell them that.
Well, you just exempt.
No, you say you exempt. It says it on the government website.
I said just medical
You gotta
reasons.
know your stuff. You gotta know your shit, man. Tell them fall back.
Do you want a mask?
Try getting an Uber this morning. He wasn't running that home. The man said, "Where's your mask?" Yeah,
I'm
you got it, honey.
exempt.
This guy pulled out the thing. He said, "Here's one. Take it." He was ready. I pulled out. He's
A
like,
lot of
"Yo,
times
here,
they're
take this."
ready. I tried to pull that on the flight, but they weren't
They
having
weren't
that.
running it.
No.
Nah, this guy was ready, bro. He pulled out that thing and he gave me another. He goes, "Here, take this one for free." I said, "Alright, cool." Look like an idiot.
That's
from the whole-
serious, man.
Bro, he's doing his
idiot.
job, innit?
I look like an idiot. The whole journey rolled up windows wearing a mask. It is what
But
it is,
there's the
man.
people driving with the mask on.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. I've seen that.
On
And
their
they're on their
ones.
ones, innit? Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that as well,
Whacking
yeah.
off with the dom. Like, what is this?
Nah, you look crazy when you're by yourself.
Swinging the planet, bro.
Nah, you look wild when you're
So
by yourself.
weird.
You look wild when you're by yourself, bro.
I feel them though. Listen, man. Listen, man. You gotta protect yourself at all times, I guess.
Yeah. You gotta stay
By
protected,
any
man.
means necessary, fam.
Yeah,
Trust.
man. Boys, how's your week's been? Pete?
Yeah, man, it's been cool, man. Obviously, you came back from Nigeria a week before last. So yeah, just like readjusting, man, to working. And yeah, you know, keeping a low profile as always. And yeah, just getting on with it, man.
Feel you. Yeah, me and Pete and the rest of the family were in Nigeria a couple weeks ago to see off our dad, and we came back. And I've been quarantining since then. Some of us haven't, but you know.
Yeah, I ain't been quarantining, man.
Yeah, just like that, fam.
Yeah,
Just like that.
I mean, I took a test before I flew out, and whilst I was there, so I didn't really see the point.
I feel you, fam. You're right. You're right.
Because Emirates were being like strict.
I swear.
Yeah, man, they weren't letting you fly, like go there or come back without taking tests. So
You've been healthy since?
yeah, I've been
Cool.
cool.
We moved then,
I've
fam.
been alright, man.
Yeah, I've been healthy too, but obviously
You just didn't want to risk it.
don't want to risk it.
Oh, you two brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what I already clocked because condolences as well.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I ain't been Nigel in a minute. He went when our grandmother passed, like
Yeah,
about
like
7 years ago. I ain't been in a
2013.
minute, man.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah, man.
been in so long. It's just disgusting.
It'd been like 9 years before we went. Before I went. Yeah, man.
I ain't been in
now,
like 15. Yeah. Very
Bruv.
different.
To be honest, the more it's different, the more it's the same.
Yeah.
Like, you go on the roads, people trying to hustle, sell you all kinds of shit, and then, like, generators are still a thing, like how bad they are. It's kind of mad.
Well, people still driving Okada. Like,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Yep,
Bruv.
Okada.
What about with the no? What about the no door? What, no
Bruv,
doors?
yeah, the no door.
Oh,
Yeah.
still like that.
Bruv,
Still
it's
there,
Man
bro.
took suicide doors to another level.
Real.
Real, man.
Suicide.
And they were early on that, man.
I remember that. I was just like, nah, this shit's wild. bro.
Nigeria's
Yeah.
got some of the most raggo drivers
Oh,
I've
mate,
ever
it's
met.
different. There ain't
Yeah,
even
it's
lanes.
different.
It's like
No.
Ain't lanes.
Bruv, no traffic lights, no lanes.
Is
Yeah,
it?
no.
They
Barely
don't even
pavements.
they don't even indicate. They just honk their horns.
Yeah,
like, it's
man.
crazy. Mohammed, how's your week been? Or
Shit,
the last couple of weeks been? Because we ain't recorded an episode in a minute.
Just been working, man. Just been working. Fucking, that's about it, bro. Just been working, just been chilling. Watching Arsenal go undefeated, but that's neither here nor there.
Whoa.
I don't want to talk about it too much.
Go undefeated.
We ain't lost a match this season, but I don't want to talk about
How
it
many
too
games
much,
have we played?
3.
3 games.
So what are you talking about, man?
What are you on?
Fam, we ain't lost the game. Don't get angry at me because you, man.
We're unbeaten.
We beat you like the Champ Community Shield.
That don't
I'm talking about the league, you fool.
That's light work, fam. But yeah,
Oh my god.
I mean, fam.
You guys
It's tough being undefeated. I'm not gonna lie.
You guys football
I got
fans?
nothing.
You might not watch football
Nothing.
at all.
No.
Don't worry, fam. Just know that Arsenal lost the game.
No.
That's what you
It's
had
not
to
that
know.
one. It's not that one
But
at
yeah,
all.
that's about it. I've just been working. It's been like same shit as always, bro.
For you guys.
Very boring couple of weeks.
For you. Mega Mayhem, how's your 2020 been so far?
It was alright. Started off alright. It was alright.
What was it? I can't even remember.
New York, bro.
Oh yeah, that was lit.
And then we came back to a madness. But
Oh yeah, it started well, just kind of plummeted.
yeah, as soon as we landed, we was getting phone calls like, "Oh, you're gonna have to wear masks when you get back." Oh, we're not wearing masks. Everyone in New York was acting like nothing was happening. As soon as we landed, though, it was serious.
How long were you in New York?
Not even long. Like what? 10 days?
Yeah, only 10 days. Yeah, but it was like that was like the last memory of normality.
Oh, it must have been just early March or late Feb, innit?
Yeah, it
Late
was like
Feb.
Late
It was
Feb,
We came back March 10th.
Yeah,
March
that's
9th.
literally when. Yeah, it must have been
exactly.
around them
So
times.
like it literally hit like a week after. So it was mad, bro. Like, mate. But we had a sick time and it was like productive
real?
as well. Yeah, it was from our boys' wedding that we went to high school with. So we went out there for that, but then we made it like kind of like a business trip as well. It was like recording. We went to like Quad Studios, like.
Oh, for real.
And then we got in quite a few tunes while we was there. And yeah, it was sick. It was good, man.
America behind us on COVID as well, so you man must have been enjoying. Like they weren't really worried.
Oh,
about
no.
COVID.
Oh,
No,
no.
yeah,
It wasn't even an
But
issue.
it ended up hitting New York hard.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
Like,
America has
harder
been
than
hit
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
America had been suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think New York must have been calm
No,
back
it was
then. innit?
fine,
It was
yeah,
fine.
it was
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
No
yeah. At the
restrictions
time, it was
whatsoever.
calm. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah,
Absolutely,
so
Yeah.
and then I worked out a lot during the pandemic. So like I was slipping on the gym tip. So I'll try to catch up with this guy, and then just hung out with my daughter mostly. That was it. And I actually got shot the video for like the EP, like one of the shoot of the EP, and then got the t-shirts printed, got certain things done, the lighters done. So I just made it productive because it's like if you're not gonna do certain shit now, then when are you gonna do it? There's no excuse.
Yeah, there's two ways to look at it. You either work or you just kind of fall back a little bit. And there's two ways you could.
Yeah.
It works for you.
Yeah, I'm just so used to getting up early, like 7, 8. Like I'm just an early person. So if I had nothing doing, I'd still be up at that time. So it made me feel like I can't just be just watching Netflix or just online. Like so, I was like, I need to do stuff that I would have said, I don't really have the time to do usually. So I just cracked on and just got it done, and that was it, man.
I did the complete opposite. Going to bed at 4 in the morning.
You see, just chilled.
Our sleep patterns were mad different.
I looked at it
I'll
like-
be going to getting up. He'll be going to sleep.
Yeah, I looked at it like, he was getting up one day and I was going to sleep. So I looked at it like, I'm not getting a chance to just do nothing.
Never again, innit?
until
Nah,
retirement.
yeah.
So I might just take the opportunity now. So now I feel like recharged completely.
Yeah, boss. Let's start from the beginning, guys. Like, first of all, like, where you guys from?
We're from North London.
North
Barnet. London Borough, Barnet. East
London Borough,
Finchley, to be exact.
East Finchley. What was it like growing up in East Finchley?
When we moved over there, it was like
Racist.
chavvy.
Chavvy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tough white boys was from around there.
All right.
So it was kind of chavvy-ish, and we was one of the first like groups of ethnic families that was moving over there. But now it's like gentrified in the other way.
Finchley's fully,
Backward in the other
Finchley's
type
fully,
of way.
yeah.
So it was always a thing where you kind of had to watch your back.
100%, yeah, at the time. But there's two of us, so we was always back to back. So over the years, over the years, you just gain your respect from just being in school or running around doing what you're doing and stuff like that. And then it started changing as well as we started growing up, going to secondary school and stuff like that. More black people started moving in the area. There's moving other people from other areas to council flats within East Finchley and stuff like that. So now it's pretty much
Mix.
All
fully
over
mixed, yeah. But we went to all boys school. That sucked.
I went to an all-boys school.
I went through that as well, man.
These man are the only ones, fam. I didn't go through none of that,
Them
fam.
Niger parents. See why you do us like this?
I didn't go through nothing like that, boy.
Lucky my mojo's in there.
My mum tricking me with a Nintendo game to go to the school I didn't want to go to.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. But it's good I went to that school because they had a good basketball player team, and then that's how my basketball thing started coming along. And then from there, I started playing for London Towers, and it was based in Haggerston down the road, not too far away from here, in Homerton.
Oh, okay.
So training in Britannia, innit? Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes as well. So got a lot of friends from Hackney area and stuff like that. Then I played for Brixton for a year. I played for the men's team and under 19s. So that's what took us to South London. We started running around there and stuff like that. So we was pretty much all over the place. And then initially we was in Cricklewood. We moved from Cricklewood to East Finchley.
You were all over the place.
Yeah.
Around London, innit?
Yeah. But the thing is, when you're not from an ends per se, like you kind of everywhere. You go everywhere. So it's never been. You see, like, because I was spent like the last few years, I'd say partying in East or being in East. But I noticed one thing about people that I knew from East. It was like if they lived within there, it was like, oh, well, that's long, man. That's far. Like anywhere that wasn't East London. But like when you're from where we're from, you just got like everywhere's London, innit? South, North. We just was everywhere. We recorded in Unit 10 for quite a bit as well, innit? Where Gigs recorded in Peckham when we first came back from NY. So we did our bits.
Like, we recorded over here in Curtin Road. We've recorded in South London, Vauxhall. We've been all over.
So we've always been like kind of like that anyway. So not really so territorial. You know what I mean? Sure.
When did you man first get into rap?
I would say
I went to basketball camp in New Jersey, and I remember from the camp they let us go out for the day. We went to the mall. No, that's later on. That's when I started rapping.
Okay.
I got into rap early. My auntie used to pick me and Mega up from primary school because our parents were both working, and she would be playing NWA in the car.
Okay.
So
what year was this?
she'd only play Express Yourself though.
Like
that's the only one that wasn't.
That's the only one.
That's the only one that wasn't explicit.
as soon as it past that track, we never got past that track. I'm like, this is a short album.
Just one song, bro.
Right, so she used to take
What
us,
mixtape is this?
she used to take us swimming in Coptal, but then we'll play that song and repeat. And then I don't know. I convinced my mum to. No, Mega went on a school trip.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This is 80.
No.
91, 90.
In the 90s. It was in the 90s sometime. It was before 93 though, because I remember by the time Snoop's album came out, I went and got that myself.
Okay.
So before that...
It's like 92, 91.
Probably. I remember Mega went to Scarborough and got me the Niggas for Life album.
That was the second
one.
Yeah.
And he brought it back. I didn't even know how they sold it to him. Because I had to get my mum...
I got the teacher to get it for me.
Yeah, I had to get my mum to get me Ice Cube's...
Lethal Injection.
I think so. She had to buy it
Or
for me.
Predator. Was it Predator?
The first one he did after he left NWA.
America's
Nightmare.
Yeah.
America's Most
Wanted.
No, America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
America's Most Wanted. That's it. So she had to buy me that because they wouldn't sell it to me. So that's how young I was at the time.
Yeah,
and then we got Sky for the first time, and You on TV Raps. That was it. As soon as we started getting
that was
video,
the game changer.
That was the game changer.
That was the game changer.
But that was by like early 90s.
That's like 90.
Because that's when Snoop first come out. Dre Day, Eazy-E was dissing Snoop and all that type of stuff.
Tim Dog.
Playing, and all that type of stuff. Yeah. So MTV Raps is what when we saw the visuals. That's
what brought it to life.
Yeah.
That's when it was like.
That's when it was like, nah, this shit's for real, but.
So when did you start taking rapping seriously?
I went to basketball camp and then we went to the mall. And I saw an album on the corner and these two guys upside down, Nautica jackets on. And I just bought the Nautica jacket. Oh, this looks fly. Let me grab it. Help Scale album.
Okay.
Operation Lockdown.
Yeah.
So I had no idea who they was. So it's different when you're young and you find something, you feel like you discovered it. That shit spanned my whole brain. Because that's the first time. Their metaphors and punchlines.
Sean Price,
Did we already thingy? Because I was really spitting them bars.
The Flourish Goshka would I think come out video on MTV Raps. I think I've seen that once.
Yeah.
But then that album changed everything. That's when I started trying to write. And
that's what inspired you to start.
Yeah, because
physically becoming a.
we would take Sean Price's bars and then try and add our bars in between and spit the bars like they was ours and stuff like that. So that's when I started formulating. He was more or less like the template for us to write bars. I remember I used to like them when I like Biggie. When Biggie's first album came out, I was more bumping Boot Camp, Click than them.
The OGC album, The Storm.
Yes.
What?
Bruv. Danger?
I knew Yemi was going to start shining. I knew Yemi was going to start shining.
Mate,
I knew Yemi was going to start shining.
Yeah, that album's hard.
The Rang Wonder was different.
Mate, that album's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
The Rang Wonder was
that
different.
album's stupid.
Yeah, the album was well. OGC.
Do you know what it is? The production on that album reminds me a lot of fucking Muddy Waters.
Redman.
Listen to Redman's album.
Redman's
that
album.
You're right,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same vibe.
Yeah.
That's another classic album.
Yeah, so that's what really, essentially, that's what got us into rap. It's just that as we got older and it became about
got a
designer
bit fly.
clothes and all that type of stuff, it's like, we'll start leaning more towards Biggie and
The
then
Bad Boy era.
Jay-Z and them lot.
Yeah.
But we was of age. These times we're going pro Beto and buying designer clothes, and you had to be, I don't know. Back in the day, they used to make you dress up really. So when we was young, we were trying to get into over 18s, and we was younger than 18. We would go get Armani blazers and
Patrick
just trying
to look older to get into the raves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Fake
we started
IDs, boy.
gravitating more to Biggie, Jay, and all them their
trying to
earlier
look the
type
part,
of work. Snoop, of course, 100%.
Yeah.
Tupac as well. So yeah.
So how old were you at the time when you were starting to take rap a little bit serious?
I'll say, jotting stuff down and trying to write bars and stuff.
Or go to the studio.
Jotting stuff down.
15. About 15. 15.
Do you remember your first raps?
No. My first rap, I didn't even write it. My cousin had a brethren who was mad. I don't know, some Nigerian youth. I must have spent time in America and come back. I said, oh, these bars are crazy. He wrote me a rap. That was my first actual rap. He had to write me a rap. Couldn't really formulate bars like that. I can't remember. We didn't really start taking rap seriously. You know what's funny? You know who took me to the studio and taught me how to count bars? Marsha Ambrose.
Oh, for real?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
She was signed to Warner Brothers, and me and Marvin were playing. Her little brother were playing for Brixton. He was a gun as well. He played for the men's team under 19s. So she knew I was tinkering around with rap, and we was always fly from back in.
So
the
what?
day,
Flowetry was signed at this point, or not?
No, she was Marsha by herself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she brought me to the studio to feature on one of her songs on the album.
Yeah.
And she taught me how to count bars because I didn't know how to count bars. I was just writing, and then she taught me how to count 16s. So that's how I learned how to count 16s and stuff like that. And it's Marsha that brought Cam's album, the first album,
To the yard.
Well, Confessions of
to the
Fire.
house. I was in their yard, and then she played it, and that's the first time we heard Cam.
That's the first time
We knew he was because in the magazines it'd be like, who is Cameron? Who's Entertainment?
That's
Who's
mad when
Cameron?
you think about
Who's
it.
Charlie Bolton?
But it's the first time you heard
Like,
Cameron
the
start
first time I
spitting.
heard it was in her
Like the
house.
whole album. Like,
Yeah.
remember, she was like, oh, this is crazy. And we was like, yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, and it was the first
That's
time we heard it was
crazy.
in her
It's
house.
mad, isn't it?
innit?
That's crazy,
How
man.
life works, isn't it?
And this is just before we moved to America. So this was like late 90s, yeah. Just before we moved to America.
Why did you move to America?
Basketball. Yeah, I couldn't really see myself going to Europe at the time because Europe, it wasn't like how it is now, where you don't even need to go to America. You could just go Europe and go straight from there to the league. So I thought, best bet is to catch at least a year of high school, go to a college, maybe go to a junior college, go to a D1 school, and then try and get an MBA from there.
Mega, were you playing ball as well?
I was playing, but I wasn't that great. That's what made me know that I could get good at anything I wanted to do because I love basketball so much. Like literally, I was like, everywhere I go, like I was like, the ball was like Linus, like with the blanket. Like I was literally had a ball
for
on
real?
me everywhere. Like I got my first Barclays and I slept in them. Like literally slept in my crutch. Like I knew all the stats, card. Like, I was like a fucking nerd. Like when it came to basketball, I was like I loved it so much. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna get good. Like I wasn't athletic, I wasn't tall because I shot up at like 16. So I was like 5'9" or something. So I shot up like 5 inches, man. So I just worked at it, and then got better. Like I wasn't even good enough to start in my school team, starting 5. Then I got on the starting 5. Then I got to play for London Towers under 17s. Then I got with London Leopards under 19s. So I was like actually good. And then I just kind of like lost interest when I went to America and realized that you couldn't have a shower after the training and you had to go straight to school. I was like, I don't want it that bad.
What that made you go? You train and then go straight to class?
Yeah, it was.
So I was like, no,
in America, you had to practice 3 hours a day. Even on Saturdays, you go in for 3 hours, so 6 days a week. So it was intense. It was serious.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in the hallway, macking these things,
like
and spraying these bars.
But the reason was out there.
Yeah, literally. That's
And
what
our parents literally, I don't know how we convinced our mum to even let us go over there, to be honest. Somehow convinced my mum, listen, I'm going to go over there, I'm going to get a scholarship. Look, don't have to pay for college. You know what the education is. D1 school, Ivy League. You save you 100 bags or whatever. Dad's like, I'm not having it. She's like, no, let's do it. Let's do it. So we've gone over there. They've come with us. We decided we're going to get an apartment. Both parents were working. They thought, right, okay, let's do it. She's had to leave us in a motel, I remember, because the apartment wasn't ready. And I remember the look on her face. She was literally crying because the motel was some dingy little Staten Island motel. It was just
that shit had
grimy.
24-hour porn on the fucking TV.
Shit was
Oh,
grimy.
that's them. You know films you watch when they do stakeouts at motels and stuff,
bro. The bath,
see that telly.
the bath,
mate.
the bath had
You
the.
couldn't pay me to stay there.
The bath
like,
had the
you couldn't
rust.
pay me a wage
rust.
to stay there. Like,
You say?
Yeah, the bath had the rust, the brown rust thing.
no,
on the
come
bottom.
on,
it
no,
was
yeah.
booky.
She did not want to leave us there, but over there, we had to. How long we had to stay there for? About a month.
A month?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
it was
3
like a
weeks.
month.
Yeah, it was
We was in
definitely.
a motel for a month, and we couldn't stay in a hotel because it's too expensive. There was only one hotel in Staten Island at the time. That should have told us we shouldn't have been in
Yeah.
Staten Island.
Yeah.
We should have been in Manhattan. That's what we should have been.
Mate.
Yeah.
But
and
he's
this hotel, you saw mob guys outside, like with the cigar, like talking over their mouth, like.
so we was like, where are we? But we just wanted to be in America, and it was New York at that. So
We had to do.
we just dealt with it, and then we was going to school from the motel for a month until our apartment was ready, and then she flew back over there, and then set us up in the apartments, and then left again. 2-bedroom, luxury apartment, more or less, right by the school.
In America.
I don't think they realised what it was.
In America. In America as well, bro.
It was mad. It
Bro,
was
walking
mad.
distance.
Bro,
We had mosquito sheets. It was serious. It was serious. See what I'm saying? But at the
Must
same
start
time,
celebrating, bro.
at the same time, America's a lot, bro. The first day of school we went there, it was intense. So the first day we landed and we're in there, chicks are running up on us like forward, like, oh yeah,
Remember,
yeah. You Kevin's little brother, whatever. All right, like it took us, like, because we're from London, you know,
Yeah.
London
It's like
men are
quite-
like.
They were conservative. Yeah.
Like, we're
yeah.
easy, like, we're chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
like
all-
they were out there. Like, I got my face licked, boy. First day, bro. It's like first day. I was like, oh, I was like,
No, serious.
Sounds like a nice welcome, bro.
No, listen. I remember walking. Yeah, me and him walking, jumping out of the cab. No, because we weren't even living in the apartment. The apartment still weren't ready after the motel. We had to go stay with some foster. That didn't work out, and so we took a cab from there. And then we jumped out the cab. We were walking in. We see 2 cheerleaders. We walk past the cheerleaders. They act like they didn't even see us. As soon as we walk past them, like 3-4 steps, one of them goes, "Yo, who the fuck are they?" The way me and him was grinning, laughing. So we're in the principal's thing, trying to get signed up and whatnot. You see in the hallway coming back. It gets closer. Some guy's got this big box and he's walking, money, cash, holes, money, cash. This was out at the time. This had just come up. He's just screaming it through the hallway. So we were just looking around like, yo, where no, this is different. Remember, we just come fresh out of an all-boys school.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no, we did a year in college.
yeah, in college after the all-boys school, but still, it was different.
It's still fresh, yeah. It's still
You
fresh.
got to come to the front of the class, and English accent. You say to the whole class, "My name is Melvin. Oh yeah, I'm from London," and all that. Girls are giggling in the background. It was literally like complete different from over here. But we thought it was going to be more like, you know, like how we be watching Saved by the Bell and all that type of shit. And all that.
Yeah.
Our school was grimy. Have you lot seen 187?
Nah.
Our school was grimy, bro. Our school was grimy. It was dark, security on every floor.
Oh, swear.
Every year has a different lunch period. So when that bell goes off, it's literally like prison. Everyone needs to be in the classroom. So if you're out in the hallway, you're not supposed to be there, type of thing. But yeah, it was dark in there when you come in. The only thing we didn't have was metal detectors. But yeah, school it took us about a year to get
To
settled.
get accustomed.
It took a year, bro. That's a long time.
That's a long
But
time.
our names was ringing bells before we got there, which ended up putting us in a lot of trouble and all that type of stuff.
How long were you in America for?
About 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
That first little stint before we started doing the music and whatnot, like 3 years. But it took us about a year and
It's a long time to
a
get
year and a
used
half
to,
to
yeah,
get
that's a long
like
time.
Yeah.
to be outside.
It's a big
probably.
culture shock, man. America's a totally different beast. It's like it's different.
At
man.
that age as
Like,
well, they're so advanced. They're so fast with what they're doing and everything like that.
And that was
And it was different times. That was in the
before
90s.
internet. Like maybe
Yeah,
now it's different. Like,
it
more
was the late
connected.
90s. The gang epidemic had just hit. The blood and Crip thing
There
was
was
going
race wars
crazy.
even 2 years before we got there.
Yeah.
Like,
So it was like blacks and Italians in Staten Island. But we had Puerto Ricans and all that type of stuff. But the blacks and Italians had a race war 2 years before
I
we
had
had
to
come.
get into it. I fucked up as an Italian brother chatting shit because like chatting shit
Yeah,
about black people. So I fucked him up.
So when we
Then
lived, that was the Italian
we
side.
get into it because I being African, people chat shit about Africans, even black brothers. So we like it's like we get into it like because I was just like not have it like cool. We was cool, but we was like not like we did not tolerate any form of
Yeah.
So like
yeah,
in that sense, like you'd get into it like you were the aggressor just because you're not having it. You see what I'm saying?
Because you might just come there as well, so you can't.
Yeah. So it's like almost like if you become victim, you get
That's what-
victim.
what they get
then
used
that's
to.
it.
but
They get
in the
used to
beginning,
that.
it was idiots that was
idiots,
trying
yeah.
us. None of the real gangsters and stuff
You know why
were
though?
trying
Because
to-
always the dickheads, because they get
It was
they get
the
taken for
idiots,
dickheads. They try and find
Yeah,
someone.
yeah, yeah.
They try and find someone.
Yeah,
innit?
the guys that was from Park Hill and Stapleton, they looked at us like we was aliens. They was fascinated. Like, how you black with this accent? How you African but you're from England? And
You got a lot
like,
of this,
how you got this? What's this like? When we first came, they thought we was wearing Peanuts, like Snoopy shit and all that. Like, what is
Kids
this?
clothes. They thought it was wearing kids' clothes.
But it's so mad because 6 months into us being there,
Jay-Z said it.
That's
Jay-Z
when
started rapping
Iceberg
about
started
it.
hitting the malls.
Oh,
and
so then
so
that's
they've
when
gone to the mall and seen a sweater for 800 or 500. They come, oh, you got an Iceberg on, or Jay-Z says it in the video, or Ray's wearing
The Snoopy
the
one.
Snoopy
in
one
what's that?
in a John Blaze video
John Blaze,
with Nas.
yeah.
Ray Kwan's little brother's in my Spanish class. He's like, yo, this Iceberg shit's crazy. I'm like, yo, your brother's got the stash. Go get that Snoopy.
And he
sweater."
started busting it.
He comes into school with the Snoopy, the Iceberg
The one with-
history
yeah.
one.
Oh,
shuts the whole school down. You see what I'm saying? So it was that type of era there, like that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
though. But yeah, in the beginning it was clowns
Yeah,
that was trying it with us and all that.
So when did rapping come into the equation when you were in America?
So I'm playing basketball.
Yeah.
So I'm out the way. 3 hours a day. I'm falling asleep in the shower and all that. Remember, we're getting ourselves up. So it's not parents to tell us to go to school and all that. It's discipline. We got to be.
Yeah, it's discipline for her.
I come up one stage from basketball practice. They said, "Oh, yo, your brother Mega's going off in the lunchroom. He's going off." Because they literally had guys from this project to that project that was good. Or a guy will move from Brooklyn and say he raps, then they'll come find the guy that represents
Oh, yeah,
this side.
yeah,
of us.
yeah.
So
So
Mega's
they have
going
like a
off
cypher.
already. Meg had already he started kicking off the weight. So I finished basketball season and big void. So now I start getting to the music thing with him and all that. Then we met. I met a girl that was on me, and then I hooked up with her, and she goes, "Oh, I heard you're gonna go meet my brother." I said, "Who's your brother?" She goes, "Yeah, I heard you rap. You want to meet my brother?" I said, "Who's your brother?" She was like, "Jacob York." I said, "Who's Jacob York?" She's like, "It's the CEO of Entertainment. He signed Cam and Charlie Bottom." And I said, "What? When? When are we going?" These times we can't even make songs. Even like we don't even know what we're doing.
Wait. What year is that? Is Big still alive?
98.
Who?
Biggie.
No, Biggie just died.
98.
Okay,
Biggie
fine.
died in 97.
Yeah, so Cam signed with Diaz right
right after.
Yeah, because Big was
at
going
the
to sign
Promise.
Cameron.
Yeah.
But then he went with
That's why he
On.
signed
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Okay.
So this is after Cam's first album. So Cam's about to do SDE.
Okay.
Or Cam's probably in the process of doing SDE, but he's still on Entertainment. Charlie Baltimore just done a song with Ghostface in Stapleton Projects because he showed us that video before it came out in his office. So we've gone to go see him. We're sitting there, wishful thinking. You know, when you're young, you're just stupid. You don't even know what's going on. We can't make songs. We think we're going to get a record deal with Entertainment, whatever. We took a cab there from, I remember waiting for basketball practice to finish, and we took a cab straight over. That's how I knew, all right, I'd rather do music than basketball at this point.
Because you're waiting for it to
Because I'm
end.
waiting for the thing to finish. So we get there. This guy basically told us, listen
never
to
gonna
me,
happen.
yeah? London will never, ever be street credible in America.
in
Ever.
life. Like, it's not gonna
Ever.
happen,
It's
man.
not going to happen.
Wow.
Never going to happen. And then he gave his sister one of these Trackmaster jackets, and it was too big for her, so she gave it to me.
Some Avrex.
So Avrex Trackmaster
jacket.
So I've come
Like
to
with
school
a
with
TM on
Avrex.
the back, like yellow, black one.
Yeah, so I've come to school with the AV on, man's on. America's crazy. Anything that
Bro,
glitters,
but do you know what?
shines
Do you know-
or looks
they're
like
just on it,
affiliation.
innit?
But do you know what
It's
was
on
mad?
it. The image,
Let me
though,
tell
innit?
you what was mad though. What was mad was when we went to watch Belly or Times Square.
You got too far forward.
Sorry.
Yeah, slow down, man.
I told you about the chronological order.
How did that make you feel though, being told that London will never be?
Oh, that made us sick.
That just made us more determined though.
No. It made me angry. I think he might have contributed to a lot of the madness we got in our life after that.
Yeah.
It made me angry.
Because something like that is like a direct attack.
It will never.
Yeah, but the thing is,
you
it's
know
like-
what I'm saying? He didn't say maybe never, and he said street credit. Think what he's saying. He didn't say we wouldn't be good enough to rap. He didn't say we wouldn't be taken seriously as musicians. He said street credible.
Yeah, he's saying it with him as well. Like he's saying it with his chest.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
he's
street
never
credible,
been there though. He never.
Yeah, I know, but as being that age, you're a teenager. You like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
not-
we went
yeah.
back to Staten Island, and then I don't know. We kind of just got into turmoil after that. I think if the combination of the void of me not playing basketball no more and me and him being together, starting to know everyone, and just being outside more, things start happening. We start getting tested by more serious individuals and stuff like that. I think something happened where we went out one day. We went Brooklyn one day with one of our friends, and then we come back, and someone broke into our house and stole our clothes.
Fucking hell.
I'm talking about the Versace blazers, all this stuff we got from Pro BO, all the vintage stuff, iceberg jackets, all that type of stuff. That infuriated us because when it comes to getting fly, that's what we took that serious. And then guys are popping up. Like, it's some real come to America.
Like, come to
stuff.
America shit. You see man
Guys
on
are
the strip
popping
with your team.
What,
like,
wearing your
hold
shit?
on. Like, you see
calm
man
down.
with your team,
Trying to sell your
hold
shit
on,
back.
I've seen
I
that
said, coming to
before.
America.
You know, like, open the jacket, like, I got toothbrushes.
Trying to show you your shit back.
Bro, it was like, nah.
He seen one of the guys and asked him, where did you get that sweater from?
I was like, yo, where'd you get that sweater from? I swear, you don't have to give it back to me because it's my sweater. Yeah, but tell me where you got it from.
That's that reverse psychology
It's gonna
shit.
be a problem. I promise you, it's gonna be a very big problem if you don't tell me. And he's like, oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about, son. I'm like, I'm giving you 5 fucking seconds, bro. Like, tell me where you got that sweater from, or it's gonna be some shit. I'm like, bang, 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 Ming Mao, just doing him in, like smashing, like, just fucked him up so bad that they pulled me in the back in school because it was night school. Because I had to make up a certain amount of grades in order to graduate on time, because it was like I came in as a sophomore, but I didn't have enough time to finish the stuff, so I had to do stupid stuff like, what's it called? They call it gym class or whatever, that physical, whatever. Anyway, whatever. So I had to do that. So anyway, fucked him up. They put me to the back and then was like, you know what?
Yapped him
I yapped him as well. So I took his chain. I battered him with the chain. In my hand. So I fucked his face up. Then they was like, oh, basically you have to give his chain back, or like we're gonna get expelled. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll give him his chain back.
Take it.
I was like, oh, here you go, you get your chain back. But then so we didn't even find out. We didn't find out.
No, we didn't find out. But then we see
out.
someone else. When we found out who took it, security guard that was working in our building. We was gonna run up in his house, and then he had to move to Miami or somewhere like that. So he completely disappeared. So I think that's what started the ball rolling. Like,
oh, these London man are wild.
Yeah.
They're fucking man
but not
up.
that
There's
wild.
like, just not having it.
Just not
It's
having
like,
it in a small way. We still hadn't graduated to the level of being out there.
But was that from like a respectful way to where they respect what you're about and how you're
No, because these guys over there shooting people at 15 and all that. So we were just they not having it.
Not tolerating, not disrespect.
Or they can fight.
Yeah.
They could fight.
They could throw hands. But everyone over there, like, they learn to, like...
So everyone could fight over
hands,
there.
yeah,
See what I'm saying?
young.
It wasn't like... Those guys actually really active, like, going on missions, doing real stuff.
At 15, 14, like, it's just
So
normal.
that kind of progressed. We got into a few other people, and then suddenly we just got used to it. And then as soon as we got used to it and we started being outside and hooked up with a couple of guys over there, I think something happened with... we was outside of the school and something happened where one of the Bloods from our school had done something to a Latin King guy in our school, and then that guy made the call to his chapter in the Bronx. So 40 or 50 Latin Kings from the Bronx came down to our school and surrounded our school. That day, Mega happened to be wearing all red.
Oh, for real?
Jeez.
So they surrounded the whole the where we're at outside of school, and then one of the guys that's in Mega's class is like, oh no, he's not Blood, he's in my thing class, he's not affiliated. But we didn't even the fact they surrounded us annoyed us. So the next day when we seen them, we said, oh, you see when they come back, we're backing you, whatever. They tried to do some bullshit with us yesterday and all that, and then we kind of just got affiliated after that.
But I thought they tried to do something to Liz. That's what it was, and I backed Liz.
No, that was the next time. That's next time down the road. So then we kind of got affiliated, and then that's what brought more drama and stuff like that. I think one day someone did something I didn't like. I said, oh, watch when I see him, bled my mouth. And then he was ready for me. So by the time I turned the corner to come to school, outside of school one day, he's over there with like 6, 7 guys waiting for me. And he's from another blood set or blood faction or whatever. And they had burners on them and all that. I got shot that day. Someone else got shot in the process. And then
so I came into school the next
so
day.
From when I got shot, it was on. After that day, like that's when the switch just switched, like switched in me and him as well, because he wasn't too happy.
Because I went to school and then people were trying to talk to me. I was like, yo, I don't want to chat to nobody. So I was just anti. I was just like, because them times there, you didn't go to school no more.
Yeah, I'd already graduated, and then I was going. I decided I'm not playing basketball no more, because if I would have went to junior college, he would have to go back to England. So we thought, let's just stick around here. I'm gonna go college, get the grades, whatever, and then we stay together and we do this music thing, because we was taking it seriously by then, and we was progressively getting better. By that time, we started having battles.
Yeah, it was like hitting the strip like 40. Have we started? No, not yet.
No, we hadn't hit 42nd yet, but we was known in our schools, like, if someone could rap, they'd come get us or whatever. We'd got to that type of level there. So after I got shot, that kind of just, all right, fuck rap for now. That's getting put to the back burner.
But in the midst of all of that, you were still like battle rapping and you were like
Like
if a new guy transferred, if a new guy transferred from Brooklyn or something, they'll come get us and say, yeah, come battle the London boys, and then we'd be Meg will be talking shit to Raekwon's brother.
So when you man
go
were
on, man.
battling then, what was the accent like?
It was like half.
Because you lot had been in Staten for a couple of years at that
For
point.
like a year and a half.
A year and a half. So it was like, it was English. You could still tell we was English,
Yeah.
but it was digestible to them, where they understood everything we were saying. Where
It was like
wasn't
a less. It was like like kind of like what we sounded like special delivery, but more British.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So we
More
were still
British, yeah.
closer to that. Like,
Yeah.
So like, say a year and a half added to that.
Okay. Yeah,
that's-
makes sense.
yeah, more or less. So, yeah. So then, got into that, wars in the street, blah blah blah. The guy that was out there that saw me in the situation where I got shot, he's like an OG that was out there, was running with I don't know if you lot man know Theodore unit.
Yeah, go
Trife.
Trife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
Eli. So he's like an OG. He was out there, and I heard he was one of the guys that let off a shot. So when I said, "Oh, he's one of the guys that let off a shot," I seen him at a bar. No, I seen him at a party. And he goes, "I like the way you handle yourself, little nigga. You maneuvered yourself out of the situation over there. You was by yourself against 6 guys. They had, but no. I'm gonna squash the situation for you." We start running with Stapleton crew. And
after that.
Yeah. So we're in the project every day. Every day after that.
Man, I used to remember I can't remember one time I was waiting for you and I didn't have my keys.
Yeah,
so I'm like sleeping on the
sleep
bench.
on the bench. I come out this chick's house. He's on the bench 3 a.m. sleeping. That's how comfortable we were.
Oh yeah, you lot are comfortable.
And if
you lot are comfortable.
And if you lot would have seen Stapleton Projects, yeah,
Mate,
one of my English brothers come to link me over there one day. Plays basketball.
And
but
he's from Peckham?
and he's staying in.
Queen's Road. He's from Queen's Road.
Oh, that's our Peckham bridge.
Yeah.
But there's
Who you
another
talking
bridge.
about?
I'm talking about Ollie. So
Oh,
Ollie
okay.
was playing in New Jersey with a foster family in a real prep school and stuff like that. So he's come to visit me. I've taken him to Stapleton to go collect some money off someone or something. And I've got to the front of the projects and he's got his bag on him. And he goes, "Well, you sure I'm all right to go in there with this bag?" Like there was 300 people outside that day. But no, about 100 people outside.
Yeah.
About 100 people. And it was about 1 a.m. And he thought, what are you like,
What are you bringing me to?
what are you bringing me in here? I said, "Bro, no one in here will even look at you, bro, while you're with me." So we've gone in there, but we were just there every day. We became entrenched. We was part of Stapleton crew, more or less. And that's when things just started getting out of hand. That's when we had hit that level of you're outside. And not only you're outside where you're notorious over the whole borough and you more can, your name rings bells.
Everyone knows your face.
No one's really
Yeah,
going to trouble you. The
everyone
only guy, other people are going to trouble you are people on your level where it's going to be life and death situations type of thing. So by that time, it had been, about 2 years, 2.5 years?
Yeah.
About 2.5 years in, we was like entrenched in the streets in Staten Island. And then I remember Eli saying to me and Mega one day, "It's funny because within the last year, you guys have put in the same amount of work that all of these guys have put in all their years since they was in kindergarten." So it's like we were trying to play catch up.
Yeah, you lot
And
trying to catch up.
subliminally, it might have been what Jacob York had said. I don't know. He might just send us.
But it wasn't even. But the thing is, it wasn't even like trying to be hard. It was just like
It just
it's
naturally-
instinctive,
yeah.
You just ended up moving a certain type of way. It's like
You adjust to your environment.
You didn't force it. You didn't force it. You didn't force it. It just came natural. Whatever just happened. Like, yeah, it just is what it is.
Like if something popped off, you just quick thinking. Like you just kind of.
You don't think twice about it.
Yeah. That's what it was. It was just in motion. It was like that. It's kind of like you would like in music.
We was impressionable because we was young. I think it's the age. I mean, we would have been older. Certain things probably would have happened.
You're less
It would have been like-
impressionable at that when you're
it
older.
would have been like, yeah.
You'd just be like, all right, cool. And the danger factor kicks in as well. When you're younger, you're just like, you're not really
You're not thinking about it.
Yeah,
You're not thinking that you could be
I
good
could
tomorrow.
end up like
You're
dead.
you're not thinking that.
Like, in jail forever.
You feel like you're indestructible.
You
feel like you're indestructible.
You know what it was?
Like,
We
whatever.
forgot we're not from there.
Yeah, that as well.
That was the problem.
But even the dumb shit man was
But that
doing,
shows
some
you-
of the stuff that man was doing is stuff that I would say like, don't do that even where you're from. Like, seriously, why do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stuff that's just like, this is only going to end one way.
You know what?
Like,
I know what it was. Staten Island's a place, yeah. You lot seen the Woo videos, yeah. Park Hill and Stapleton's beefing forever. At the time we was there and all this was happening, they was one-ish. They was one. It's like one of the few times, they're probably still beefing now, but it was one of the few times
That
where
everyone
both
was together,
projects,
yeah.
you
Is that
swing
because
from
of
one
Woo?
to the other. No, it wasn't because of Woo. It just happened. Like I think 2 or 3 of them from Park Hill that were prominent gang members had moved to Stapleton, and it just become like there was beef while we was there when we first got there, and then suddenly they was friends and everyone was good. So it become like one unit at that time, and anything that shines over there, anything glittery, they could tell we weren't from there. People's mothers would see us and be like, what are them two doing here? Oh, the London boys. People's mothers knew who he was. Our names was ringing too much bells. Like, and if your name was ringing bells like that, and you wanted to have Moschino sheets, have a 2-bedroom apartment, be teenagers living, getting money, wearing designer clothes, and like you're gonna have to defend you. Like there was the days when niggas was ripping jackets off people's backs and taking their shoes and all that. Like, you see what I'm saying? So they're not like, you're not gonna be able to live this lavish life. They know your parents ain't even around and all that. Like they're not gonna let you get away with that unless you can defend that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have that
for
on.
actions. Yeah, 100%.
Like, I was watching Drink Champs the other day. One of my favorite episodes with L Cool J. It's funny, but he said what it was like living in Jamaica at a certain time. He goes, like the gazelles was talking to you, like, come and take me. Or the Avrex was saying, well, he's not tough enough to have me on. You know what I mean?
That was funny, bro.
They're gonna, you know what I mean? So if you're not affiliated, if you're not putting in work, your name shouldn't ring bells. And what was worse is girls was talking about us crazy.
And
and that brings out haters.
Irritates somebody.
No
like,
one is certain man that's
onto talking about another brother. Like, there's nothing that.
Especially when they're from the ends. Especially the fact you're from London as well.
Them, man. Like, even if it's not fuck them, man. Sometimes people be like, fuck that. Then they realize, like, I actually think he's cool. Like, some people, like, it's just too much for them. Like, so that.
So I think
that was inevitable.
That because we wasn't like, don't get me wrong, we could always fight. We was always like in the mix. Yeah. But I don't know.
Did you ever feel like you were in danger at any point?
Oh yeah, one time I felt I was in danger. I don't know about this guy because I felt I was in danger.
What was what point?
Well, I mean, when man was like, "Yo, wait outside the building, it's on." Like, where
Which
it was
one?
like a, bruv, where it was like, man was like, "Alright, it's that in it." Like, wait there under the building, in it. You thought you didn't feel thingy? Yeah, I felt like, all right, cool. Because the other times I felt in danger, it's only because it popped off so fast that you can't react to know that you're in danger because it's so sudden. But when you're like prepped, like, oh yeah,
they prepare you.
Meet me at sundown. I was still there, but I'm not gonna lie. I was shook. I was there, but I was like, oh, this is gonna go left. This is going left, innit?
You know what you're talking about? Yeah? We got into a situation with one of the older guys in Stapleton Projects, and he was like, oh, if you London niggas is bad, then you're gonna meet me under this building in Stapleton at a certain time. And he was like, all right then. And we was there.
A man had
and we all did.
Like, so it was like, so that was when I was like, okay, this is getting a bit progressive now. You gotta relax.
That's one way to put it, for sure.
Yeah. So you guys weren't rapping at all during this?
No. I think we started getting nicer. I mean, this is the weird thing about it. The more entrenched in the streets we got, the more the rhymes just started, because it was our life.
Yeah, because it's happening now as well.
Really, it was really our life. And Eli was a good big homie because he was the man in the hood. Like, he was one of them all rounders, get girls, hustler, let his gun go off, all that type of stuff. Like, so we was under him as far as, no, not under him, but he played dice, win money, give me a little bit of money. The little nigga that's next to him. And I already had money in my pocket and all that. So we had him there. Then we had our group of friends that were our age group. And I don't know. In the hood in America, it's different. Like, when you rap or you start rapping, the whole hood's behind you. So you spit, like, the bit of your line, the whole hood's just going to finish your last two words of everything.
I remember those from, like, the Smack DVDs.
The support's crazy. The support's crazy. So with that support, we just turned us into monsters. So I think we had to go out there and live a little bit and run around and get into shit and stuff like that, and just make the rhymes more potent, and the support factor from the hood made it
pushed
crazy.
over the edge.
Do you think it would have been different rappers if that stuff hadn't happened to you?
Oh yeah, totally.
Completely.
We wouldn't even be who we like S.A.S. That was just built on just our experience of just being out. Like, just being like, just not really fitting in anywhere. Just being out, like, just rebel, like, fucking out. We don't give a fuck. We do our own thing. Like we're out here. We're gonna invade. We're gonna take over. That was our whole shit. Who dares wins. When you think about that whole mantra, that's what we did. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Just a raw delivery. Like, even when I hear the old stuff, I'm like, man, I was fucking angry.
Yeah.
Like, I was pissed. Like, I hear it. I'm like, that is pain. That's trauma.
Yeah.
Like, you can hear that's not. You can't pretend. You can't, like. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it gave us, certain artists like he was talking about earlier. It just gave us that grit where we're not joking.
I think that's what everyone loved though. You tell the authenticity
our delivery,
from the get-go. Yeah.
You hear it in our delivery.
You can tell,
it's almost like we're not shouting, but it's
there's
in a way.
the way you're saying it's potent.
If someone's to be in the booth with me, it will sound like I'm barking on him, type of thing. So it's from the gut.
That's what it is, because I've been through, like, obviously I got my face cut. I've been through mad other stuff. Like, mad stuff happened, like. And I never had therapy. I only got into therapy because I had a daughter come in. I got therapy like last year, and that was just due to me not wanting anything the way I see things or my views or perception of the world to affect her. And that was so like. The way, like, all that stuff was therapy. Like, the music was therapeutic. So it was just like a way of just expressing myself through all the shit that man's been through. Shit I've seen happen to him. Shit I've seen happen to friends. Shit that's happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you're delivering in that way, it's like you're freeing yourself of all that shit. So people hear that, they connect the conviction, they feel it. Because they know the real. Like, everyone knows, like, when you hear something, you can't fake that shit. So it's just like, that's what it was, totally. Like, those experiences are what really, like, molded us and shaped and actually gave us the resilience as well to go through all that and then still be like, you know what, fuck that, I'm on my music shit, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go back over there. I'm not like, oh yeah, that happened there, so I'm just gonna go back to where I'm from and not forget. We was like, no, we wanna go back there. We wanna finish what we started. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what we was on. We was more like, fuck, we don't want to go back home. The home wasn't home anymore. And that's where it was there was a disconnect and everything else, you know? So, like...
Yeah, I remember, but the next summer, the first year, was like, home didn't feel like home anymore.
What, the next time when you lot came back?
Yeah.
It was weird. It was like, literally, like, moving back to somewhere you're from, but it's like you're not from there. That's what the mind fuck was like. It was like, what? Like, hold on, this is actually where we're from. Yeah. That's what made it more confusing.
That it was like, so fast, I don't know, it would just seem like every year was going like 3 over there.
Okay.
It was
like when they say a New York minute, there's no truer statement than that. Like, literally anything can happen in a New York minute. Like, your whole life can change. Like,
it's just mad stuff.
And you guys really lived.
Like, people dying around us.
Yeah, we really did. Yeah, like,
you lot were entrenched in it as well.
Yeah. Everything was very fast paced. Like, we met a lot of people, like a lot of like big people, like things. Just things that could just shift your whole life, like, and it happened in such a way where it was just like a reminder.
I'll give you an example. One of our guys, young guy, he's my guy to this day, D Cooge. Everyone calls him Coogee. He's from 149th, 151st and St. Nick. He's shot his mother's boyfriend in the chest, 4 times or something, point blank range, on the run. We're running with his cousin. His cousin's like, oh, I've got friends in so-and-so in Staten Island, or you could go stay with them. So he's brought him to Staten Island to come stay with us. We got cool with him. At the time, Juelz had just got with Cam, and it's the first time we heard him was Stretch Armstrong with Cam. So he's got bored in Staten Island and said, I want to go Harlem. So we've gone to Harlem, and the first time we've gone to Harlem, by that time, we're who we are by that time anyway. We've gone to this building, and then Juelz was standing in front of the building. And he's like, oh, this is my man, Laurent, that raps with Cam, or that you heard on the radio with Cam. Oh, this is my man from London, May, whatever. And me and Juelz also shook hands and whatever. That's how I met Juelz. So he's just done one radio freestyle. You see what I'm saying? And I'm meeting him in front of his building. I'm smoking weed with chicks from his building in front of his building.
And just the way it happened as well.
In Harlem. First time I ever went to Harlem and all that. Or Mega's in the Pathmark at 2 a.m. buying Haagen-Dazs.
Red
and
Man.
he sees Red Man.
High as hell with bare cereal boxes.
What? Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like,
I just meet Red Man on a regular, fam.
It's on a regular,
see what I'm saying?
And you go into your local Londis, like
no, the Pathmark's literally walking this from us like 2 minutes.
You can see it from our yard. Like, look out the curtain, it's there. Like,
so things like that, or Hassan Johnson from The Wire.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Weebay.
That's our boy.
Our manager is his friend, so he's in the house more or less like once a week or twice a week. At the time, he's done
fucking Belly.
He's just done Belly. Or Eli's taken us one day when we come back from England from summer vacation to Marseille. He didn't even tell us where he's going. We're in the car. We're going to Brooklyn. And then he was like, where are you taking us? It's like, well, you chicks can wait. Like, I'm taking you somewhere. And then we've pulled up to Marseille Projects for the first time ever. And we've hopped out.
No, it wasn't the first time ever. We went there before when we was in Jay-Z's apartment with Akiva.
Oh yeah, we don't know. Yeah, we've been to Marseille before.
Jay-Z's
but
apartment.
He's brought us to Marseille where all Bleek's brethren are out there, and they were out there, and then Tata's little brother's out there and all that. Called Vaughn. You see what I'm saying? So then they're bringing guys for us to rap against. And then Bleek pops up. And it sends another guy at us, and we chew him up. But see, by 2000, the year 2000,
Yeah,
we had become monsters because being in Harlem and coming back, people in Staten Island had their style. People in Brooklyn had their style. We was fascinated with the way the uptown rappers flows was bouncing around and so we adopted that, added that to the
cadence,
added that to what we do in England because we related to them with the fashion being fly and that because everyone in Harlem was getting, even young, they was getting on some fly shit, Coogis.
They've always been known for that as well, innit?
I went there one day. I was smoking brands. I seen little kids skipping in Coogee dresses. I thought I was seeing things. I thought I was hallucinating. So we had adopted that style and mixed it in with the London shit. Bro, we went
and a little
crazy.
bit of Philly, a little bit of Major Figures.
A little bit of Philly as well, because Philly guys would get whoever got fly, we kind of was gravitated to.
Because I remember Major Figures was coming through, like Franco
Fair and Iceberg and all that. So
was on there.
So we went to work in Marcy.
So what, Memphis was sending people?
Memphis was there. He walked past, left us, heard us rapping in the background, came back, sent someone else at us, chewed him up, sent someone else at us, chewed him up.
And then he was like, get the numbers
and walked off. For real, he's blinging though. He's like 19 at the time, 20. All black, chain just glistening under the lights and all that. So then we came back from Marcy, and I remember that day, me and Mega looked at each other and thought, no, we're serious on a different level now.
Yeah,
like
that was like the initiation. That was like
the initiation where we knew we're problems for everyone. It doesn't matter what's going on.
It's not just
like we're problems like. You can bring us to labels and then bring who was popping off.
We was like, we reached that level of like
whoever.
It was a different. There was a shift as well. It's like a shift of like. Of the way people rapped, like it was like a level of niceness. It was like doubles. It was like if you say the same thing twice but in a different way. Like I had a rap, I was like, you get ice for your ice, watch for your watch, rock for your rock, then drop for your drops. I cop D's, you call the D's when I cop. When the Glock squeeze, you won't hear the squeeze from the Glock. We gonna live it up. So give G's on the block, you gonna give it up.
Yeah,
that's the keys to
that type of flow.
2000.
2000.
What? I'm saying that
See what I'm saying? So this is 20 years ago. He was rapping like that. You see what I'm saying? So it was futuristic at the same time.
Actually, never thought about that.
But that's when we knew, like, all right, if we see Jacob York now, we'll tear all his artists.
And this is all before you've made a tune, you've dropped a tune.
We ain't made no music. We're still writing 16s.
Yeah, so not one song has come out yet.
No, we couldn't really record yet then. We weren't really
good. It was like, remember them days when you get signed off a verse and all that type of stuff? We was in that stage there, yeah. We was in that stage. We wasn't song makers as such, but our verses were so fire.
Yeah, our verses were fire. Our verses were like the type of verses to get a reaction. Like it was just like it wasn't track nice. It was just like braggadocious, flamboyant kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like the type of shit that you're like, oh, he's hard. Like you know what I mean? Like smack DVD type shit.
Yeah, like that. But way before that come out. So now remember, we're from England. They're territorial. We're not. We're going Brooklyn. We're going uptown. We're coming back. All the rappers are talking about smoking Branson. You can't get Branson. It's in the sweet shop. You have to know him. He'll give you get the Skittles. He'll give you the weed under the
triangular bag.
I'm going up there, getting Branson, coming back. Or we're getting money now at this point, like different type of money. So I'm like, Staten Island guys, let's jump in the taxi. We jump in the taxi. We go to Harlem. And I'm buying weed in Harlem that's less than the cab ride that's 150 there and back. You see what I'm saying? We're doing dumb shit like that. Because now we're not only notorious in the streets, we do the rap thing and we're connected. So I'll make my Staten Island guys go mix with the Harlem guys, or with Staten Island guys will go Brooklyn and stuff like that, because they're territorial and they're not going to leave their surroundings. But we're leaving because we're from London, so we want to get all about and see what's going on, and we've got the connections here and there. And that's how it kind of started, where our names start to spread over the whole New York. Then we start going to 42nd Street.
Yeah, 42nd, yeah. And
then battling 42nd Street, and that's where we met the likes of Juelz, Danny Myers, and then we clicked up with Danny Myers and Juelz and formed...
Danny Myers, the battle rapper?
Yeah, we formed a Voltron type of...
Well, Danny Myers was better rapping back then as well.
Yeah,
he wasn't in that. I remember I heard him.
He was living somewhere around there, but Juelz was the guy over there as well.
Shells,
so
I remember
before
growing
us-
up on Shells. Yeah.
Yeah, he just did an interview with Flip the Script.
Yeah,
and he was talking
yeah,
about all
Queensflip,
that.
yeah.
But we're from that era. That's the era we're from. But it's the only difference between
He told Juelz was like, oh man, just like please man, stay off the roads. Man.
yeah.
Oh, that's what he would say to you, man.
Yeah, he said to us like, please,
Oh, for
like,
real?
just like please, I'm about to do this Blaze battle. You know, like when I get on, I'm gonna help you guys get on. I'm gonna put you on, like just louder road
louder
stuff.
street
Like,
shit,
that's what
yeah.
he said. Yeah.
Because we was affiliated.
But the funny, yeah.
We're talking crazy. We had the, you know what made us succeed in battles? Like the stuff we were talking about, we had on. So man are talking about doing this, having peas and whatever. We pulled the peas out of our pockets. We've got
The believability through the roof.
$1,500,
Yeah.
$2,000
yeah.
outfits on at that time and all that.
yeah.
So it was almost like, I don't know, it's like the hustlers didn't really respect the rappers, but we was like both mixed together in one. And we got girls. So it was like, we was like all-rounders type of thing.
So as that's happening, are you lot paying attention to what's happening in the UK at that time? Or are you not paying
We
attention?
don't know
Okay.
what the hell's happening.
So you like entrenched
Man,
in
we
the-
come back, it's a big
America.
culture
Oh
shock.
no, we came back once, and then Craig David. We really like Craig David, and I remember him taking it back to America and
Never
then
fucking with
trying
it.
to play to the chick. But then
Well, what
Craig,
about the
then Craig
Jodeci-
started going
the
like this in America. no, he was popping off over there. Don't get fucked up.
real.
In the hood, you see, like in America, you got two levels, right? You got industry level where the industry knows about it, and they say, "Oh yeah, we know about it," or the industry know you have to get with this person to penetrate in this market, and then there's penetrating in the hood where you might as well be from America, and that's what Craig David did. They was like, you'll hear him in Brownsville coming out of cars and all that type
They
of
was
stuff.
messing with him. I remember I bought
Yeah,
that.
that
I
first
bought
album,
the, I
they
bought
was
the
fucking with
Jodeci thingy. Remember All My Life remix, the Ignorance Crew one.
Yeah.
When I first moved over there.
Yeah.
That-
So we didn't
yeah.
know. Like, we'd come back here to go to little Choice FM raves. You see, once
Yeah,
they switch
yeah.
up, throw
Just
the
to see what's
London
That's when Rough
tire
Riders
back
was
on.
popping. Rough Riders was just, I had everything.
Sorry,
Smash.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was like,
That's who we wanted to be
Yeah.
down with in the beginning.
Yeah.
Rough Riders.
Oh, that was like
That's how raw we was.
Yeah.
And then people be like, Rough Riders, you guys are more suited to Roc-A-Fella just because of the way we dressed and the way we moved and all that. But we want, like, our mentality was like raw. We wanted to be down with the Locks, Drag, and them lot. Like, we was on that. type
that
of
Rough
thing.
Rider album, that album impacted when My Son came out on that verse. Remember on the fucking when Jigga was
The
on
compilation
Jigga.
album, yeah. That's
What's my
period.
motherfucking
album.
name?
That's when we
Yeah.
formulating
Crazy.
who we was as artists. So this is it. If you wanna formulate who we was back then, as far as musically, you take Slick Rick when he came out of jail and dropped that art storytelling album. You throw in Major Figures, you throw in LOX, and then you throw in Cam, but SDE Cam.
Yeah.
So how did you
That's
find
what was on.
how did you find the transition from like being battle rappers to like fully fledged artists who make tunes and take the music
You know
seriously?
who helped us with that? Kanye. Kanye's the one.
Yeah, Kanye helped us. Kanye told us one thing as well with our metaphors: don't say like, and
So wait.
that stuck with me forever.
What do you say? Don't say like.
Don't say like,
Don't
yeah.
say like. Don't say I'm thingy like. Don't do that. And then it always made us think of different ways to say the line, like oh da 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 da. That's
Because it takes away from the.
because it's obvious. It's just
It's very simplistic.
Like, it's just there.
Yeah.
And then bare like you know what I mean. And also, what was the other thing that I can't remember who told us, but I don't think it was Ye. But like someone said, don't say dates on your, don't say year on your songs. Do you know what I'm saying? Or don't say slang that you feel like may not be relevant. Like it might be a fad. It might be a time now. Like, just
Redman
don't
gave
feel
us a
that.
jewel as well outside Westwood because
Have it
we
in-house.
moved back from England at the time, and then we bumped into him in front of Westwood, and it felt the confidence to say, "Oh yeah, well we've seen you in Pathmark or whatever. We used to live in Staten Island because he was living there as well. Remember that little cribs he did and thing? That was Staten Island. So he said, find an in-house producer.
Yeah, that was the best
formulate
advice.
and
That was the
formulate
best
your sound.
advice he could give us.
Oh, for real.
50 gave us good advice as well. We bumped to 1599 where he just dropped How to Rob and no one knew what he looked like. We was with some chick from Harlem. She had on the Coogee spandex on, fat ass. He pulled up in the S500 from like the one he had. Like, oh, come to us. She goes, I'm with my brothers. And then we was like, go. She was like, all right. Then she'd come back over like, yo, that's 50 Cent. We'd gone around the corner, had a little cipher with 50.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
He
Had
was
a
like,
little cipher with him.
he was like, he started showing us like, yeah, you just flip the London accent, like how I flip the down south shit. My pocket got the most, my finger got the lot.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's like,
but
and
no
then
one knew what he looked like at the time. He just dropped How to Rob, and everyone was on him and all that.
Everyone was on him, yeah, man.
And he was like, he was at Summer Jam, and he was coming at Jay, and no, Jay was coming at him, and then
Jay didn't even know he was there.
know who was there because you know when he said I'm about $1, what the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
is 50
50
cent?
cent, yeah.
He
50
like, he
right
didn't
there
even know he was
backstage.
right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He bought us some Chinese food. We're sitting in the back. He's watching Streets is
So,
watching
yeah.
in the Benz and the white Benz. It's
So
mad.
things like that is happening,
Yeah.
and this is reason why our dreams weren't like guys in England's dreams. Because
they were different because we
too
seen
many
it,
man
like,
doing
like,
it.
We saw like so it felt like we could like it could happen.
Yeah,
because we would like literally you could just you know what I mean like
you guys seem the completely different lives.
Yeah, no, completely.
Yeah,
Chris, you just got you
yeah.
see what it is. You can't look at us. When you look at us, you just got to look at us like we more or less like anyone else that grew up in New York City.
yeah.
But we're from London.
Born and raised in London.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's a weird one.
Because you man was so entrenched in that
You
New
can
York.
still see me. Our visions waved at.
Yeah.
You know, when it was open.
Do you see yourselves as like more American or
No, English,
no.
man. No, that's just at the
No
time.
way.
We're just explaining the time period.
Yeah.
Like, see, by the time we moved back and then we was here 2-3 years, we're back to
it.
regular figure. But at that time, you couldn't tell us that we weren't going to get a record deal to an American label and blow up worldwide. You couldn't tell us that. We was like, even when we moved back here and we was telling man like, what, you lot don't want to cross? Oh, what are you talking about? It's never going to happen. So all that Diplomat, Roc-A-Fella, like to us it was like, all right, we. That's why when we got the situation, if you notice, we was quiet.
Even with the affiliation with Bleek, though,
What's that?
you still felt like it's still not that achievable.
No, we felt it was achievable.
No, we felt it was achievable.
No, they say 'cause they saw
we
it.
felt like something happening here for us was like
Okay.
far-fetched.
I'll tell you what. This is how sick it was. This story's sick. We've got rental now. We're so young we can't drive, so we got the 15-year-old driving, which is the craziest.
Wait, you might not too young, so you got a 15-year-old driving.
But he's the only one that can drive. But none of us can drive. And none of us got license.
Yeah.
So we get a rental. I don't know how we got the rental. Yeah.
wow?
So we got the rental.
The 15-year-old shooter,
Yeah. We got the rental.
mate.
We're in the car, driving around. The girls are all getting dressed up from Stapleton. Oh, where you lot going? Oh, we're going to the skate key. It's like a skate rink where all people go uptown, all the people uptown go and people perform in there.
yeah.
But we don't know anyone's performing there. So we go skate key. So we're like, oh, we're going uptown anyway because we're going to go check our Harlem bedroom and see if we can catch any druxes. This is what we was on,
this
yeah?
is normal
Because we
life.
got it on us. You see what I'm saying? So two of them's like, oh, we're gonna jump in the whip with you. So we stuffed them in the whip. There's like what, 4 of us or something. We've gone up there to drop her off so we can come down. So we stopped off in Harlem. I said to my brethren in Harlem, what, any dice games we could? And he's like, yeah, holler at us. I said, yeah, all right, cool. We'll be back. We're just gonna drop these chicks uptown. So we've gone up to the Bronx, dropped them off. They've left. Then we hopped out like, oh, there's a crowd there. Let's go see if we could go.
What's it saying?
Go check any chicks. We've gone around the corner. We see one of the guys who was back then from Marcy out there. Like, what are you doing out here? He said, yeah, Bleek's coming. I was like, oh, word, Bleek's coming. He's like, yeah, Bleek's coming. So we wait there. Bleek pulls up in a turtle top. They call him, who them niggas are you out there with? Said the London guys, oh, let them through. Now we're backstage. Then we're backstage. We've got up on the stage. The chicks from Staten Island have seen us on the stage with Bleek. And they've gone mad. They've gone mad. The chick from our school, they said, oh, yeah, you say you're down with Roc-A-Fella. She's down with the street team. She couldn't get over. We had to hold her over. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, so,
Yeah.
It's just I'm down with the street team. I didn't see you over there. I have to lift that over there.
Yeah.
So we've gone through the back and whatever. And then I remember Bleek's manager calling Eli and saying, you need to bring him to the studio because we got 2 artists from Philly called Sparks and Free Ray that we wanted to battle for the deal. And then I remember being in England, opening the Double XL and seeing Free Ray being signed to Roc-A-Fella.
Yeah, and we heard. Remember, we was in Brixton and we was getting our haircut. We heard the freestyle. Roc-A-Fella. That's one of the things that changed our life.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that gave us the hunger to like go hard.
We felt like because H Money Bags, he's one of the guys we was rapping with as well. Yeah, he was one of the guys.
Yeah, H Money Bags.
Yeah.
He did a long bid.
So
and GD and
He was signed to Bleek, wasn't he?
Yeah, GDK as well.
GDK,
We ran into.
yeah.
But we ran into niggas. We had a battle with Lady Luck and GDK in the Def Jam building.
Lady Luck?
and Jigs the Juvie.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Jigs the Juvie.
He was the next
You heard
artist.
about Lady Luck as well?
Yeah, Lady Luck in front of.
Yeah.
So we was in there in the Def Jam building, just running around. Who did we go
Was
check?
with a kid
One of our
from
brethrens
Brooklyn.
was in jail on Rikers. It's mad stories. One of our brethren was in jail on Rikers Island. L Cool J and Bimmy from Supreme's team have gone there.
Yeah.
And they said, who's the best rapper here? He's gone mad. They've bailed him out. He's come out from Brooklyn, migrated to our school, met us,
He stayed with us a lot of the time.
got down with us. So now we're going to Def Jam building to see Bimmy.
Okay,
Then Lady Luck burst into the conference table like, oh, I heard the Keith and the London boys are in here. Oh, well, what's good? There's popping her shit. And we started rapping over the table at each other and all that type of stuff. It was like that. So it was all more or less the same age group and stuff like that. So it's inevitable, bro.
Yeah, because
We're
you're
getting closer
in the
and closer,
scene. Yeah,
closer.
literally. You're in the
Bimmy's
scene.
playing us.
Bemmy embraced us.
Bimmy embraced us properly. He's playing us Slick Rick's because he's Slick Rick's saying us.
he
and then he
A&R'd
played
that,
us LL Cool J's shit that was about to come out and all that.
So you like
So we're
more
there,
or less there.
More or less
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
We're
We're
just
in
not
the
making
mix.
songs.
Yeah. We're just
yeah.
not in the studio.
But your
recording
name's
yet.
buzzing. Like,
No,
people know your name.
Our name's buzzing on
Your
the
name's
street
buzzing.
on the street level.
On the street level.
Yeah.
And we're street niggas at the time as well.
So when did that turn come?
So a guy in the hood called Squig is giving me Jojo Pellegrino's gone crazy on Hot 97 at the time. So he's giving me the card of the guy that signed him called Calogero, and he's got a company called Great World. I've given the card to Mega. Mega's left a 16 on his answer machine. About 3 days later, he's called, said, "Who left that thing on my answer machine?" He said, "Who's left the thing on my answer machine? I'm gonna come see you guys and all that." So he's pulled up to our apartment in the Escalade, come in the apartment and said, "I want to sign you," because we had a line where I had a line in my verse where I said, "Told Pellegrino we've been pumping work in South Shore, but he's come in the yard. We've got everything on the table and everything like that." So he's like, "All right, guys, I want to sign you guys. I'm messing with Jojo Pellegrino. He's got this tune with Foxy Brown. We're gonna do the video like a Bronx Tale, and you guys will be a crazy addition. Just don't get locked up."
Is that what he said?
See, by the next time he called. Meg was already gone by that time, and he got pissed. He was tight with us. Mega got shifted by that time. By the next time he called us,
Yeah.
So then that just sent us into our next thingy. Then we get into more beef. Parents come out there to visit us because he's in trouble. I get cut one week. Running into someone, but I do the guy over. The following week, Mega gets cut, but he gets cut properly.
Yeah.
Parents was like, "What? He's got that situation. You got this situation with
It's
the
too
law.
much,
He's getting cut. You're going back to England for now. You see what I'm saying? You can come back and do whatever with the cases." So we've gone back to England. She's taking our passports. That was the end of America for us, mate. That was the end of America for us. And then that's when we're seeing Hot Night, the freestyles with the Roc-A-Fella artists, the freeway signed, and now we're in England and it's Twilight Zone because we don't feel like this is home anymore. That was real depression.
That was depression.
I think that's the worst time of our lives.
That's the lowest I've ever been.
Because we didn't want to be back here, even if it meant like we'd have to be over there. There's a chance of getting locked up or dying or whatever. We'd rather have been over there. That time.
It's like what you know, innit?
It took us. Now
Because you lot built a life there now.
bro, now it took us another 2 years to get reclimated to England and all that type of stuff.
It was a weird time, man.
But in that process, we're still going over there as much as we could. So we've gone over there. We don't know. We've gone over there. We've come back. We're going to Westwood now. We're getting little spins here and there. But I think we came over here and we got angry and said, you know what, we've had military training over there. Fuck all these rappers over here. And we dissed everybody. We just did one of them. 50 did it. We just did one of them thing. We dissed everyone. We shouldn't have done it, but we're young. We don't care.
Fuck it,
We give it to 279. He's spinning it crazy. Give it to Westwood. Westwood's like, "I'm not playing that. I don't need the aggro, but I'll play anything else."
What songs was it?
So we did one called, what was that?
Was this all before Who Dares Wins?
This is all, this is all before that, yeah.
You said what song?
What's that song called then when we dissed everyone?
I don't know.
We basically dissed everyone and was like, if you don't like it, come see us and we can get the burners out and just do whatever.
We'll do it however it comes to do.
We pissed off, like, we were actually angry. It wasn't even their fault, it was just like, we was ignorant, it was just stupid. You see what I'm saying? We saw it work for 50, so we did that. That's got us mad notoriety, but then that's made mad people hate us at the same time. We got into a back and forth, I think, without the bill from Nottingham, but they saw the sportsmanship in it, and then we got cool and had a interview together. West was playing other songs now, so we're starting to get out here. Now we're starting to like England a little bit better and thinking, we can work the system over here. They got somewhat of a scene over here, but the goal was still to get back in America.
Yeah.
And then Cypher Sound comes over here, says, "I'm looking for a UK artist. I'm looking for the rap version of Craig David." So we go to a Raucous event. One of our brethren's aunties work for Raucous. She gets in backstage. He gets Cypher's card. Same thing, 16 on the answer machine. He calls a week later. "Who spat that 16 on my answer machine?" I'll be there in 2 weeks. Well, we go outside Westwood. He comes over, takes us into Westwood. He plays a couple of beats and we go nuts. Special delivery. He takes it back to Hot 97. Flex goes on tour. He takes over Flex's time. So we're talking Monday, Tuesday thing, prime time. Spins at the beginning, spins it in the middle, spins it at the end.
My ex-girlfriend, the way she was calling me, bro, it was like
She calls from Staten Island.
she was going, "Man, it's going crazy out here."
Because over there, radio was the most.
That was at that point, Hot
powerful-
97 or Hot
was
97 as
powerful,
well.
yeah.
She was gas, boy.
We see that, yeah. Even being on Roc-A-Fella, doing all the stuff we've done, yeah, it's up there with the most,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
craziest
100,
heat and buzz we had on
110%.
us. He got calls from Russell Simmons, the Lox's manager, Busta Rhymes called up. Like, it was serious.
it was crazy.
Like, the tri-state area,
We had it.
New
But
York,
people still
New
knew about that
Jersey,
shit.
and Connecticut.
People
It
still remember
knew
that
about
stuff
for
from now.
3-4 years it rang.
Mate, when we met Kanye, he knew about that. That's how Kanye
Yeah,
knew about us.
yeah.
From.
So it started with that.
Yeah, I know them.
So that
Yeah,
now,
Kanye was on a
so
couple
now
of
that
video
gives us-
saying that he knows
So on
you.
that stage early on, that was kind of like a turning point. For you.
That was
That's
the
the-
big.
that's
That
the
was the biggest turning point.
That was the biggest.
What?
That's when it was like, you're not only known in the streets for just knucklehead shit, you're known as
That
rappers
is like the
within the
number
industry.
one radio like, over there.
You're known
like,
over
it's
there.
mad.
But Cypher was trying to sign
Prime
us.
time.
And he
Cypher
was-
was with San
He was the
Julo.
A&R Raucus at the time. So what he was doing, he was using the Raucus budget to fly over here and say he's trying to sign artists and whatever, but he was trying to sign us directly to him.
Yeah.
He gave us a contract. The contract was a bit dodgy to us. We fell out. And then we just kept on going back to America because the damage had already been done. Plus, when artists was coming to England to go see Westwood, we didn't have no qualms on running up on them because we knew they knew who we was. If he was from them
And
three
we were
states.
young as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we was young. If you're from
Yeah,
the free
so-
state, and what you gonna? I was Prada down, Gucci
Yeah.
down at the time anyway. So it's not like we were just hanging out on a radio station. The thing we weren't out there. They're looking like, oh yeah, these are
You
the
went
guys,
serious.
whatever.
Yeah.
So that's how we met Redman and other people and stuff like that outside of there. And then from there, we've gone there to go link Juelz. Juelz was signed to J Records at the time. He's got a studio session with Kanye. He told us to come through at Quad, so we've come through.
Is that the first time you meet Kanye?
Yeah, it's first
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Ever. So Kanye's skating around in one of them electric scooters in Quad and whatever, and then he said, "Oh, Dame just gave me my deal, so if that goes well, I'm not gonna make beats. I'm not gonna make
as
beats
much.
anymore."
You know what he said?
And
Yeah,
then,
as much.
And then Mega bumps past him, nudges
You're
him,
not
and
gonna
says,
stop
"No, you're
making
not gonna stop. So I've got enough money to get one of your beats."
Yeah, I need to get
And
some of the beats.
And then he looks at him like, and then
guy.
another guy in the room. This is why I love New York. Another guy in the room goes, "Oh, you ain't heard the London boys rap?" He goes, "Oh, what, the ones from Hot 97? Yeah, let me
Like,
hear
something,
something."
please. You're mad polite.
So it was like that for us.
I'm
You see
like,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah. Your name's already buzzing.
we just
Yeah,
started
yeah.
going off.
Man went off half an hour.
He went, "I want to sign you." We start laughing. He goes, "No,
said,
no,
"I'm
for real, I want
serious."
to sign you." He called G Robertson. G Robertson come over. He said, "Can you do that again?" We've done the same thing. G's like, "Yeah, they're good to go." Then after that, we start rolling Kanye every day.
He's taking us everywhere.
Oh, for real?
Every
Yeah.
session, Fab session, this session and that.
Took us to a meeting with Def Jam to try and get distribution for his label.
But he didn't take us to Roc-A-Fella. We met him at
Trying to do it
Roc-A-Fella.
separate.
But
Oh, he
when
wanted
we
to
saw
do his own,
Dame
yeah.
there, we saw Jay, but he didn't take us there. He just had us with him. So we was there when Jay did the bounce with
Oh, Blueprint
with
2.
Timberland, but not with
yeah, but
Timberland.
the Timberland,
yeah,
yeah.
but it was like
just Jay,
Kanye
it was
verse.
Jay, Beans, and Christian Milian, and Jay was playing it for Beans, and Beans was rolling up. And I remember hearing the bar where it's like, "I'm like a bloke from London,
Distinguished like
England."
a bloke
I'm
from
like-
London,
and I'm like,
England.
my neck's breaking. It's crazy, like. And then Connie's looking at me like, "Oh, what? You must know you're in the room.
Yeah.
You know you're in the room and that." And then we're in the back.
weird?
Nah, he
That's
didn't.
coincidence.
It's just a mad coincidence. So yeah, but he didn't. We saw Dame out there as well, but he didn't say nothing to Dame. Dame was out there like it was a video shoot, mad models and all of that.
Oh, okay.
So we're around all these guys in the mix. Then we seen Bleek's niggas. "Oh, what are you doing in here?" "Well, Kanye." "Oh, you with Kanye? You good? All right. You're all right. You'll be all right."
And then, but then when we was leaving with Kanye from the studio, that's when we met.
I met the Dips.
We
Oh,
we
swear,
saw
that-
Cam and Jim. No, we didn't.
But
see
wait.
Cam. No, we did. We saw Cam,
Juelz,
and
and Jim.
Jim and Juelz, and then Cam was like, "Oh, anything you need because you're with
You with Kanye.
Yeah, you can
and
tell.
Hey
he-
Ma video just come out and it was in the Mescalade
Yeah.
and all that and it was looking thingy. But our temperament, the way we were, from what we've
it was
told you
just
from
like-
before,
Yeah, it was just like more
we
leaning
need to be
towards
down
the-
with that.
But then Juelz had the mutual friend that we had that lived with us.
Yeah,
the one
'cause you
that-
might say,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
So we was like, "Oh, have you spoken to him?" He's like, "Yeah, he wrote me." Da, 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 da. And it was like, "Oh, cool, whatever." And so we spoke a little bit, and then yeah,
And then we kept it moving. And then Kanye sent a contract, good contract. Kept all our publishing. He wanted to give us like 20,000 or something like that. Well, we was trying to negotiate more because we living in New York, we'd have to migrate over there. It wasn't like we're from over there. And then he got into a car accident. And then that just sent his career out of there. Communication stopped.
Yeah.
Then the Dips come the year after. And then we thought we got to meet the Dips if they're coming over here.
Oh, they were coming to London.
Yeah, so I called Westwood. Westwood said, "I'll call you back." Then call us back. Call 279. 279 said, "You've got this amount of time to get here. If you don't come here by this time, then we're leaving. I'm leaving you." We was there. So then he tries to go in. Semtex blocks him. Won't let him in. We're thinking, "Fuck, we're not gonna see them. It's finished." They come downstairs. I throw up a couple of signals to Jim. Jim's looking at it like, wait, how's how's that possible? Moves all of them out the way, comes outside to talk to us. We're like, yeah, remember we met you with Kanye? It's like, oh yeah, what you guys doing now? You still with Kanye? No, we're not with Kanye. And then he was like, Cam's like, yo, where the bitches though? And we was like, listen, we got that. What you need? Whatever. This, that. We got everything. Whatever. Jim gives us the phone number. Calls us the next day. Like, talking in codes. Bring that. Then we slid over there. Went to go link them. So we're moving like security, but we're Prada and Gucci down.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He's got a full length Fendi on it. They're looking at it like, yo, what's
reversible,
going on?
may I add?
Vintage, like security. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't until we got back to the hotel from them doing haymarting at Top of the Pops. Jim's like, yo, who are you guys though? No, for real though. Who are you?
Yeah, what are you man on?
Like, Juelz,
can you rap though?
Juelz's memory was hazy, like where he met us. It was a bit hazy. So, and he was like, yeah, but I want to hear the story. So I see Megan O'Connor talk to Jim. And then me and my other man, Daffa, were next to Juelz. And then I called one of the chicks that told me, oh, I love him. If my man ever came over, I've called her up, put her on the phone with him. So he's polyed that. Jim's like, we're going upstairs. I've got a Mac upstairs. I want to see if these niggas can rap for real. So he brought us upstairs. And then as soon as Megan went in 4 bars, Jim went like this, looked at Juelz and went. And then Juelz was like, oh, yeah, I definitely remember. He didn't remember. And then we start recording. Cam pops downstairs after track 2 or something, puts the earphones in. Yeah. Keep doing more tracks. Keep doing it. Disappears upstairs with the chick he was with. We finished like 3.5 songs with Jim by the time they left in the morning. Me and Jim stayed up all night. Them lot was passed out.
Man,
and I'm just
were any of these songs?
Questions at him. No. I fired about 100 questions at him.
Were any of these songs?
Where I'm from one of them. Where I'm from.
Oh, swear.
I heard somewhere that you man had the Dreams Kanye beat first.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
demo.
that's true.
I heard that was on a demo.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's mad.
That's one of the beats he gave us.
It's actually mad.
Mad thing,
That's
innit?
mad.
So what, you man were recording Who's There Wins around that time then?
No.
This is just when we met the Dips.
Oh, okay.
That's the one the only song that made
it. Okay, all right.
Yeah, because it was on the Mac. It was quick. We had like a curtain over it, like using that as a booth type thing. It's like the little Macs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So by the time Jim's left, he's like, "Oh, you guys are diplomats, man." But it was like we were diplomats, probably like on that stage, like how it wasn't like Hell Row and JR level. Probably like
like extras, like
Purple
Purple City almost.
Affiliates. So then we called them while they're in America. I remember they was all in the car together, going off on the phone, and Cam says, "I'll send my lawyer over there." Like if you get, he was more thinking, you get deal over there, we'll send a lawyer over there, and we'll get more money in different.
We had to speed up the process.
But then Dame comes to the country. Dame's messing with Victoria, Beckham, and Naomi Campbell. He says the same thing. Because now England, people in the streets in England are thinking, wow, Dame's come to the country and he's just messing with the elite. Where's the streets?
Where's the hood? Like,
at least we was looking at it like that. You see what I'm saying? Then he said, he said the same thing Cypher Sound said. Called up Westwood, do the thing that will cut you in percentage. Oh, I don't think he's serious. Oh, I'm not getting involved. See, the next time Dame come over there, we're out there, bro. By this time, we're down with Bronze and Black. China U's popping. We got Eurogang popping off. The Z3's outside.
Different time.
Still Fly. Different time. So he comes out. We choke no joke. We put him in a corner. Just started blacking on his camera. We didn't even rap for Dame. Dame's on the corner like this. Bad man are giving him CDs and all that. He said, "Which one of your CDs?" Took it, put it on the top, left. We didn't hear nothing. Jim calls me a week and a half later. Jim never called me. Yeah. So when he's called me and my brethren like this on the phone, and he's like, well, "You lot run into Dame while you was in England?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "All right, hold on 1 second." He's called a secretary, and the secretary was like, "Yo, Dame's in a meeting right now," and he goes, "Tell him it's the London boy that he wants to sign." My heart started beating out of my chest. So he said, "Yeah, I'm about to do the deal right now." So the 3 of them on it. So Dame's like, yeah. So what's your rep like in the hood? I don't want to come to your hood and niggas talking shit. No. I was like, "Dame, we get busy where you live at." You see what I'm saying? This is how I was talking. All right, I'll be there in a week. Bro, we come in a week later and that was it. Our life just turned upside down from there. I remember knocking on the door of the hotel. They opened up the door. Cameras flashing. The camera didn't stop flashing for 3-4 hours. We're in there drinking and all that. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, but you know you're going to have to rap for me." By that time, Mega's pouring Armadale like, "Nah, when you're ready, mate." We've been through this already.
Man gave us played some scratch CDs, bruv, on purpose. Remember?
Yeah. So that's more or less like the build up of how we got to that position. So when niggas in England was like, "Oh, why them?" and what, like, we're thinking, "What you?"
Oh, is that what people were saying?
Yeah.
What? Of course they are. You know,
especially back then as well.
Back then
as well.
because
What fellow artists though?
Yeah, we're underground
I'm
artists.
yeah.
We're underground artists,
Like,
underground
what have they
rappers.
done? Who are they? Like,
Dave Boy thought he was gonna come and sign a grime guy or whatever. We're
Someone
looking at
who's
them like,
ringing.
bro,
It's
do you
like-
know the blood, sweat, and tears
Bro,
I've spilt in the streets for this?
Literally.
We're thinking, what blood have you spilt for this?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they didn't know that story. See the story we're telling you now. This has only been out over the last couple of years.
Because people didn't listen. People didn't think. They just thought like, oh, who are these guys coming out just saying all this stuff? Like they just thought it's just like. It
So
seemed
our
far-fetched,
raps,
didn't it?
raps would sound pretty crazy. Like, you see what I'm saying to the average.
They
guy
would have
in
been.
England,
I would have
that-
impacted
you know what I mean?
more if they knew the backstory. If the internet was popping, if YouTube
if it was a different
out,
time,
we had social media. We didn't have any of those.
So I
tools.
don't blame them. It wasn't their fault, but it would sound a bit preposterous. You see what I'm saying?
It just sounds a bit-
it's no way they couldn't link us to.
Because you might in the States doing business and it's like, you can't.
Don't get me wrong, we get busy over here when we
Yeah.
kick back, but now we've got the mentality of we want to be global superstars. So we've already been in trouble in America, like in a major way. We can't come to England now, mess up over here and that, and it deviates. So we did our stuff, but we were smart with it. We knew what the common goal was.
So by the time Who Dares Wins drops, are you guys signed?
Nah, we never were signed. We've never been signed.
Okay.
Ever.
So you guys never signed.
We've never signed a record deal ever in our life.
Yeah, we
like
never
one
signed
time we did a
So
distribution deal. Like,
so
but
what Dame
that's it.
did was he gave us money and said, yeah, I'm going to process your contracts and whatever. But before he could even process
The
contracts,
Roc-A-Fella
within that year,
split.
Roc-A-Fella
So
split.
we didn't.
So we got the advance and we did everything all the other Roc-A-Fella artists were doing. So
Like,
when
we was
sat
in
down with the
movies,
lawyer,
we was on the billboards, all that
when
stuff.
we sat down with the lawyer,
But-
he said, bro, just ride it all the way you can.
Yeah, because
And-
you're not obligated
And
to
when he
nothing.
doesn't,
You're
you're
not
going
in
to
a
start
contract.
bidding war in
Yeah.
America. So we just like, all right.
But then
cool.
we had problems getting in America, so that kind of fucked us up, and that's where it just got a bit techie.
So you were supposed to sign, but obviously the Rock
Yeah,
collapsed.
yeah.
Yeah, because I remember there's a
It was the
couple
last
versions
year.
of Top of the Globe, and I think Mega's verse, I think the opening verse, I think that you have
Deal with the Rock.
Yeah.
what's the deal?
Yeah, that's what that is.
I was saying that to the man earlier.
Oh,
So I
never
was,
was to deal with the
Yeah,
Rock.
yeah.
That's why it's like that.
change it.
But we
Yeah.
did everything like when we like he flew us over there, business class for the Roc-A-Fella campaign shoot, and then opened up a studio budget and just had us in there. We were literally like sitting, so we're in the studio like how we are now. We're in there all day and just sending the guy to the shop. Like you could tell him, go get me
the budget
Mr.
was open.
Charles,
Yeah.
and I want a strawberry milkshake from over there.
Smoking that
thinking-
G13,
and the guy's gonna
boy.
go there.
And he's done right, he's got to do all of
One
that.
were recorded.
Thingy,
And then
everything.
and then Dave said, "Oh, you don't want to smoke?
Mad.
Oh, okay. Call Spice over. Spice comes over. He bought us 1,000 jars.
Sour diesel. That's the first time we
Haze,
smoked sour
real
diesel.
designer. Like,
Mate, I don't
so
even
these
know how
strangers
man
coming
recorded.
now.
Yeah.
I remember smoking them in 2003 and all
Early
that, and then in the
2000s,
studio and all that. Then Swiss pops up in the studio, and then I said, you know what, I want Bink. Bink pops up. That's why we're friends with Bink to this day. And then different artists are coming. Juelz pops up.
Thing came as
Cam
well. What's
pops
my
up.
man's name? What's his name? The one who made a lot of Amy Winehouse stuff.
Mark Ronson.
Mark
popped up.
Ronson came, yeah.
He gave us an old slick Rick thing to redo and all that. So he just calling people. Our budget was open.
Yeah.
We didn't sign,
Yeah.
and then we stole our masters. So that's how we got all our songs.
Yeah, there wouldn't be no Who Dares Wins if I didn't see that little CD.
Yeah, it
in the
was
corner.
in a Roc-A-Fella building, and
I was like, what do we
it was
have
in a
here?
Roc-A-Fella building. And Big Face Gary said, Meg was like this, and he said, "What? Don't touch those."
And I was like,
And
okay.
because he said, "Don't touch those,"
That's
we
when I
was
was
knuckleheads
like,
back then.
Oh, no, tell me don't. You say don't look. It's like when someone says don't look over there.
And you
You're like,
should do it quick.
first thing you do, you just look. I was just like, yeah, all right, cool. I know
so,
what I need to do
So
now.
this Big Face Gary said, "Don't touch those." As soon as he left, Meg, Beans' album, Young Guns' album, this album, S.A.S. took all our
Took our
fast.
shit.
All our fast. That's what you wouldn't have got.
Bam.
You wouldn't have got Streets or Little Who
Mixed
Dares
the
Wins if
masters
we did.
straight.
Because all them songs we did in 4 or 5 days. Oh wow. We were so gassed. We did all of that in 4 or 5
You
days.
must have run through it.
We were just
13 tunes.
so 30 tunes in 4
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
We was on it.
We was going
active.
mad.
All we did was smoke, drink, fucking record. That was it.
And then go back to the W and
Bam.
stay in our own separate rooms. All 3 of us had separate rooms in the W.
it was
like,
lit.
He must have blew at least 50, 60K on us just coming for that one trip, that Roc-A-Fella billboard trip. And then we're on 100-foot billboards and all that, outside of Macy's and all that type of stuff. Wow. That's what changed a lot of people in England. That's why I say man in England, dick riders sometimes. Because this, that. As soon as they went to New York City, and the baggage handler says to them, "Oh, do you know S.A.S? No." And then, yeah, we do. And then he starts carrying your bag and showing you hospitality. Or you go past Macy's and see us on the side of the building. Now you're coming back to England and showing us respect and all that.
Or England kind of waited for America to hop on before we did.
They're just hype junkies, bro. They don't like a lot of the time. They just don't believe in real talent. They believe in hype and bandwagons and waves. So when they saw Americans really respecting us, that's when they started to really, which is crazy because Why is New York supporting us in that type of way before our own country is supposed to be supporting us in that? You see what I'm saying? But the grime agenda was bigger over here. Diddy had just come out Boy in the Corner and stuff like that. Yeah. So a lot of the industry heads wanted to push that agenda rather than... So it wasn't the streets. I felt like people in the industry
had their own agenda to push.
Yeah, they didn't want us to prevail like that. Like Dame would try and get us signed to Mercury, and then Semtex would tell all of them, don't come to work that day.
But why though? Like, what was Semtex's issue specifically?
We didn't even know that was happening at the time. I only found out a few years down the line afterwards when he came back from America and would start saying Giggs is popping there, Kano's popping there. He would start naming a bunch of artists but never say our name. And one day I had enough and I added him. I was like, bro, like, it's all good you saying these other artists that are popping there, but why do you like lie? Like, you know that people say our name. Why are you on this nonsense? Like, seriously, I'm not having it. Like, this is dumb. Like, and then he was like, then he realized, cause I stuck it on him in some type of way. He was like, DM me, and it was like, let's speak. So we spoke. And then he started explaining to me, you know what, they were trying to blackball you. This was what was happening. You know, like, he didn't say that he didn't tell them to come into work, but he did say that that they didn't want the whole Dame Dash thing to happen, and that's why the whole situation had took place. And I was like, yo, that's all water under a bridge. Like, that's time ago. Like, I don't really care now because this is down the line. But yeah, of course, obviously they always big you up. They always say that goes without saying. I'm like, but it doesn't. If you're pushing this narrative that everyone else gets shouted out, but you're not mentioning us, it seems like we're not popping. So why are you doing that? So I was just like, bro, it's not even a thing. It's not a big deal. It's either you just say how it is, you ride it with us, you're not. You don't have to support our records, but one thing you can't fabricate. Like, you got to be just saying what it is. Because there's this whole thing where man try and downplay our shit. Like, you know, like, let us get what it is that we actually get, which is recognition overseas. You know, like, that's something that, so like, yeah, so that was it really.
Was he the main industry person that you found resistance from?
Nah, he was one of the main people. Like, but in the beginning, he supported us. He's one of the first people to play our record, which was weird because it's like, how you go from one of the first people to play our record to then be one of the people that is just like so anti us or whatever.
Do you think he waited for you? Do you think it was because you lot started making moves?
Yeah, I think
because you lot started making moves, he was a bit like,
I'm not involved. I ain't got no control over. Like, I think people like to be the people who like bust shit.
They like being an underdog, and then once they bust the underdog, and then you're not the underdog anymore.
They pull back a bit.
Yeah, like, exactly. Do you think that was a bit the reason why?
I guess I don't know, man. Like, sometimes I don't know. People just sometimes just don't mess with us, but it's cool because it's like we're not for everyone anyway. You know them ones. But like I feel like the industry. I feel like the people supported us. Like it's always been love. Like, even when I step out now, it's like it's love. Even before I put out something recently, or we put out something, because like, but then the industry will create this kind of facade that we're not as relevant as we actually are. We didn't make the moves or the groundwork. So it's like, hold on, then why am I always getting stopped in the street and people showing me love and generally happy to see me?
I'll be honest,
so this doesn't make sense.
I'll be honest with that, because I'm from Tottenham.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up in North London, you man were like, at one point, you lot were the biggest rappers that was listening to in school. Like, you lot couldn't get away from S.A.S. I remember I told my boy, I was telling these guys that you lot are coming on the podcast today. And I said, no, it's different levels. Like, we grew up on you lot.
You know what? So I'll take it back. It wasn't the streets. It wasn't coming from the streets.
That's what I said. That's what I just said.
Yeah, that's what you.
It was the industry.
Yeah. The industry just was weird, man. It's like I'm just glad that I'm outside. That's why I'm glad I'm outside, because I feel it and I see it, and it kept me like. And that's one thing I want to say to like people that are like listening, anyone that's like ever like I've seen or bumped into, like, for real, like, it's humbling, man. Like, people like that's what kept man like doing it, because it's like it was genuine love and appreciation for the art and what we do. Like, and so it's just like, fuck all that industry shit. I don't care. We don't really need your notoriety. We did it. We're like the people that we aspired to be like or wanted to work with. We've done that. So it's just like, bro, like, you can't give us any likes or any comments that's gonna make me feel any better about that. Man really did it grassroots, like, with no management and no paper like behind us. Like, we literally just done our shit. Two like brothers from Finchley. So like, suck my dick in it. Like, I'll just say suck my dick humbly, like, respectfully.
Respectfully suck my dick. That's the new one still.
But like with so obviously you guys take your masters back and then you record the mixtapes and that. And the affiliation with Dipset is still there. Was there any sort of discussion about being signed directly to Dipset? Well, as opposed to just Roc-A-Fella?
Well, the only artist signed to through Dipset was Juelz.
Okay.
So that's the way we came in. We came in like we was gonna have the same deal Juelz was gonna have. So it was gonna be through Dipset to Roc-A-Fella. Cam was signed directly to Roc-A-Fella. Juelz was signed through Dipset to Roc-A-Fella, and it was gonna be me and Mega. Like that. Like that's the sort of situation. So when we broke off, we didn't really mind when Roc-A-Fella split.
Okay.
Because the Diplomats just went independent, and Jim had set that wave already by eating up. Like, put it this way, this is how mad it was. We was there when Jim asked Dame for $1 million, and Dame said, "Oh, just do it yourself, man." And it was a twilight zone to us. We didn't understand. We thought, wait. We've got that situation that Jim's asking for, but he won't give it to Jim, and we're looking up to Jim. So we didn't, you know what I mean? But by the next year, bro, next summer when Dame brought us back over there, Jim's already signed to Koch and moving. He's already making runs. So by the time they split up, he's on his second album or something. So Cam just went over there and just got options, and then Cam went to Asylum and got 5 options there. So we thought, worst case comes to worst, we'll sign to Warner Brothers through Asylum, or we'll sign to Koch and then grab one of those checks and just do our thing, like not independently, but I don't know. The Eagle was so powerful, bro. Even if he was independent, it seemed like he was on the major.
That's wild.
Yeah. It was mad.
So it was mad. So we didn't really care. We just thought, we like it that way anyway. Asylum, give me $250,000 or Koch, give me 150 grand, and they give you the whole budget, and then it's up to you to shoot your own videos. We prefer that
Because mate,
self-contained.
We was so independent, like we still are. But I mean, like then it was just like everything was just we did everything.
Yeah, because we know. Oh, you give us that, bro. We make an album 10 grand, bro. Pocket the rest of that. Go do real estate. You're crazy, bro. So, but we couldn't get in the country at that time. We had legal troubles. That's what really messed us up.
That's what fucked us.
Is that what kind of?
That's what messed us up.
Everything when something would happen, it was. And it was like, Jay and
that's
Jay,
what messed man.
Bam, that's split.
Jay and Dame, bam.
Then we finally got back in America. Jim and Cam.
It
was literally like it was like, we're coming to get a pot of gold. Like, no pot of gold.
If it's not one thing, it's another one.
Mate, it was one.
Bro,
thing
we've stuck here for years. Stuck here.
Years.
So when we're doing Streets or Salute and all that, that's just to buy us time. We're stuck here.
We couldn't be there. We couldn't be there when we had that music. We had the.
You weren't trying to be here.
No, we couldn't be there. We couldn't be there.
No, you weren't trying to be here.
No, hell no. We was trying to be over there, capitalizing when they got it. Remember, because rap wasn't really like it was. But Juelz
not like that.
Juelz was on 20 grand a show for about 4 years straight.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, would have gone clear. Yeah.
Bro, we was in his house. He got a check for not to pocket watch or nothing like that, but he got a check for his old boy thing. The tune was 4 years or 3 years old. It was 150 grand.
Mate,
and I think they get them quarterly or something like that. So it's like the way we looked at it is we would have loved to stay in England. We would have loved to just rap to our ends. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we couldn't get that 15 bags of show just doing street music over here at the time. Yeah. Now it's changed over here. Don't get me wrong. Now it's beautiful. But back in the day, they wanted you to do pop music, and we didn't want to do that, and we weren't going to have no square, no label telling us what our sound is.
Yeah,
telling us we're urban and we need to do this and that. We thought, what? We'll be good in 6 states in America, and we will be rich.
Okay.
So do street music. We've touring off mixtapes anyway in Europe and stuff like that, but only because Europe was following what America was doing, and the Dipset mixtapes.com was that powerful. We sold 20,000 units of Food Husbands from that website alone. No.
But you guys still had the relationship with Juelz though?
Yeah, we had a relationship with all of them.
All of them as individuals, but we didn't realize how the disparity between them was. We didn't realize how bad it was.
Oh, how bad it was until...
We only found out like near the end of the first trip. And, we
were there 3 months.
Fuck. Okay. But they kept it so long. You know what I'm saying? It was like, fuck it out. And then we only know it's really when we hung out with Cam, because no one had seen Cam. Yeah. And then when we came back from like Cam, like Juelz was kind of asking us like little questions like, oh yeah, so what was he? And it was like, oh shit,
I think the fans started learning about it when 50 and Cam got into it on Angie's show.
About that was way later.
That was later?
Yeah,
we was in the mix of that.
That's when we started knowing that there was issues.
We left when Jim had his first album out.
Okay.
We got back in when Ballin' Remix was out. Imagine that.
That's
Ballin'
crazy.
Remix.
Yeah.
So Juelz has taken us in.
There was a whole bird gang, so Stack Bundle.
I was going to ask about Stack Bundle as well. Yeah.
That was popping. So when we left, that wasn't even going on. So when we came back, that's going on. So like it was mad. Like
because really true, we probably likely would have been with Jim in Bird Gang.
And I think that would have been perfect.
But his plate was full.
Yeah.
So Cam was nowhere to be seen, and then Juelz took us in because we was more or less the same age group, and we always used to, like, we Dame would have us staying in his Tribeca mansion on our own with Nicole Ray, and then we would leave there to go sleep on Juelz's couch just because he was like your favorite cousin that's your age, and just mischievous that just gets into the same stuff you guys. Yeah, so when we got back in, he took us in, and we stayed with him and his family.
But that's how you know we wasn't gassed. We weren't like, trophy loft. We were staying across from the Olsen twins and Quentin Tarantino in a yard that's so big. When the phone rang and it was for me, I was like, this is long. I don't want to walk to the other side to get him the phone. Like it, echo, mate, mad reverb. Like, so I was just like, you know what? Like, this is like, so we left there to go and stay on the couch, like in a small apartment, because Juelz wasn't really getting money like that then at the time. But we were just like, we just wanted to be in the midst of like where it was like we was in the essence of like the music and it was a vibe, and that's what we was on. We didn't so that our thing was different. We weren't there for that. We was there for the dirty work. We was just like, all right, cool. What were we doing? Were we recording? And that's how we've always been. Like we never really we weren't caught up in that shit. That's why all this social media. I don't give a shit about all this shit. I don't care about all that verification and likes and comments. Man, do it for the art form. You know what I'm saying?
You come from a different era, though.
But you know what?
Come from a different cloth.
You know what? The dichotomy is we still get fly and still get on our shit. That's why we didn't really care. Like if it's not ours,
But who cares? And see, we always stood out. We always stood out. We always our name rung bells. Like so, we always felt like we were like stars in our own right anyway. You know what I'm saying? And like we just never.
And in some ways, you were even before you lot blew. You lot were known so well that you kind of already were.
So we never
you were already known. So it's normal.
You know what it was? When the light was on us, it humbled us more because we had nothing to prove.
Exactly. It wasn't like, I need more of this gas to like.
Whereas some people,
we had that belief as well. That's that same belief that made us do what we needed to do because we felt we were sick. We felt and then we proved it. So it was like, all right, cool. So this theory that we had is tried and tested. It's proven. Like so now. Why am I going to worry about your comments or likes to know that, you know what I'm saying? When I did the thing that you said I couldn't do.
Yeah. You guys, who you were before the internet really started popping in.
You know when Jay said, you are before you got here. That's how I feel like. So it's just like,
I've got a question for you guys. When did the French Montana verse come?
That come late. That come before he
2010-ish?
And how did that come about? Because obviously you guys were...
He just got his passport and he was going to start doing European shows. So he went to who he knew.
And he just kind of shouted you
out. I spoke to him one time.
Well, that time?
Yeah, Mega seen him in the mall one time and he was moving a bit booky because, of course, we're affiliated.
Exactly. That's what
this is right after we just got back in for years.
He had a problem with Jim Jones, didn't he?
Yeah. So
I was there with 3 things.
Yeah, he was there 3 things.
Humble stunt.
Yeah, so he thought Meg was going to make a move on him.
Oh, for real?
But by that time, bro, we was looking at it like, bro, we've been left in England and all that type of thing. Man, you got your own situation. And I spoke to him once and thought, I can't do nothing with you right now because of your situation with Jim, but it's just between you lot. I think I spoke to him on the phone about it. But no, Harry Ford reached out to us and said, let's do some stuff. So he sent some beats. I picked one. And he goes, French wants to get on this. Did you mind? And we was like, no, of course. And then we sent our verses over and we didn't hear it back. No, French did his verse and chorus straight away. We did ours. We didn't hear nothing back. The next minute, people hitting us like, you're on a Coke Boys mixtape. People in England. You're on a Coke Boys mixtape. You're on a Coke Boys here. So we didn't know.
So I remember hearing it. Years ago. And I was like, okay.
So So
was
that's how that collaboration.
Was there ever any discussions for Juelz to sign you lot to him, to Skull Gang?
Yeah, there was,
So
but that was in the beginning. When we first got there, it was just me, Mega, Bezel that was around. So we thought...
Uncassa?
Yeah. So we thought it was going to mostly... And then Juelz are doing this back and forth with Wayne.
Okay, yeah.
So we thought it was mostly going to be like that. So we didn't really care. Like, we was on Roc-A-Fella, we was late. Then now we're going under Juelz. No, we didn't care, bro. We just wanted to get out there and do what we needed to do.
Yeah.
But then it became bigger because we went to Queens... Started running around with Maserati Fox, and then we met Slow. Mega started raving with Slow, Bucks, and all of them, and then we brought that whole faction, Slow and them, to Juelz's studio to link up with Juelz. And then it got a bit bigger, where Remy hollered at him at one point, Corey Guns hollered at him. We brought Ransom around, but then we took Ransom to Cam. I think Cam was going to do something with Ransom and all. That's the type of guys we was, bro.
Yeah,
we was just
like,
was Ransom still running with Clue then, or was it?
Nah, kind of
before.
Doing his defect to kind of do it.
But I remember Cam calling Clue and saying, "Yeah, I'm taking Ransom." Oh no, and it got a bit funny. You know what I mean? So
and that was we was in the midst of, you see the whole thing when you was talking about the whole thing with 50 and and Cam.
Yeah.
So while that was happening, we was with Slow, and then like because Cam went on the radio. And started talking all that stuff.
We was at Jimmy's video shoot.
Yeah.
What song?
What's the name of that song when in church?
Emotionless.
Second album, yeah.
So it's happened right while we're at the video shoot. Someone's got the radio. We're all crowded around the radio, and it's happening live.
Yeah,
see when it's like that, it's electrifying.
It's mad.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So we're like,
everything's live. Like,
because a moment in time, and you waste where you are as well.
But we're in Queens. Like me and Meg have been in Queens. Like we stopped staying with Juelz and went to go link our Queens brethren. I thought we'll go back to the essence, and we just stayed in the studio every day. And it's the same studio stack. Maserati and all the Queens guys was coming to. Yayo even come through there one time. I said, yeah, let's do that. I was like, well, you got beef with Jim. We're not doing nothing with you. Like, that's how we was on it. Like, we kept it thorough.
We was loyal, even though they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing.
It was still you lot. That's the TV lot right now.
So we got cool with the Queens guys, like really cool, where it's like the Queens goons is down with us and then we're down with the set. So when that happened, we was like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
So then Megas jumps in the with Juelz. Slow calls Mega, Slow's with 50. Mega gives the phone to Juelz. That's why Juelz never caught no collateral damage in that situation at the time.
We was in the mix.
We've always been in the mix.
But like people don't know how much we were up.
Yeah, I don't think anyone understands. I don't think anyone gets it.
I don't think people do. Like, I think it was just like some underlings that just chasing the hit.
No, I think everyone thinks you lot feel it, but to the extent that you lot were, I don't know if everyone gets it.
But you know what? It's because of the night again. We're London niggas. We're gonna move around. We're not sitting still. Everyone's territory doesn't want to. It's like we're on holiday slightly a little bit, but at the same time, it's like we live there. So we're comfortable being in different places.
But everywhere, nowhere's your home anyway. So you're just on the move.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that kind of mentality, from what you guys been talking about, it seems like that mentality is kind of taking you through your career as well.
100%, yeah. Like nomads.
So in like 2020, like present day, where do you guys see yourselves in the UK scene? Do you see yourselves as having a unique position? Do you see yourselves as kind of like forebears of
100%? Because you know what I realized, right? It's like the mumble rap thing in America or the drill thing or whatever it may be, yeah. Because they shine the light on it and that's what's on the spotlight. Everyone thinks that's all it is, and they won't even understand that. No, the guys that are really touring and killing it is guys like Tech Nine and the guys I saw coming to England and doing shows, more shows than the guys I was going top 10 over here was the ASAP Rockies, the Action Bronsons, the Freddie Gibbses and those type of guys. They're guys filling up these venues and all that type of stuff. So you'll be made to believe it's whatever prominent act is got a hot buzz all the time. But those acts tend to burn out and disappear after a year or 2 years or 3 years. The guys that keep it true to the essence,
core families.
That's the guys we bump into in Europe all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Their longevity is out of control. They're legacy acts. They end up being legacy acts, and it just keeps going. Was with Ray's little brother the other day. He's his manager now. Ray's not going to stop touring Europe. It's never going to. It's not going to happen. See what I'm saying?
If you got, especially if you got bodies of work or like
classics
records that impacted people at a certain time in their life, they'll always go back to see 100%. That because it brings them back to that time of their. Do you know what I mean? Like there's that time. So yeah, it's just really just putting out music that shows the growth of where we are and it's still going to be relevant because of it's just straight hip hop shit. It's not like trying to like keep up with the kids. Like, hey, everyone's doing drill. I'm gonna come up and start doing 10 toes. Like, nah, like just doing what we like and what just, there's a freedom in like being creative and doing what you love and not because of what the climate of things or what people like. You know what I'm saying? And when you've got a sound that's unique, it doesn't get dated as much because it's your sound. So you can keep doing your sound and it just stays the same. And I feel like Lloyd Banks has been rapping the same for long, but he doesn't sound like no one else. So you can't be like, oh, Lloyd Banks is dated. It's like, what do you mean? It's the same aesthetic that Conway, Westside Gun, Benny, all them are doing. It's the kind of rap that doesn't stop. That's why Fab stood the test of time. It doesn't matter about what hits Fab 100%. Puts out. If he puts out a mixtape and he's going off, you know what takes. Be sure we're going to listen to it.
Yeah, it's that. And then in England, it's the same way. And people don't even know it. There's guys up and down the country doing millions of views that no one's ever heard of. Because it just shined on an industry in London with a certain amount of acts. They get the coverage and stuff like that. This guys up north.
I think you just got to block the noise out. You see these industry people, they just talk too much. I don't like music. I don't like musical talk. But you see when musical talk, man will tell you. When people start talking, I'm just like, any more drinks? Yeah. I just can't. Like we can talk about creative. We can talk about even listening to music, this and that. But when they start doing all this, they think too much. Shut up and crack on. Honestly.
Yeah. So I feel the same position. Like you it's funny because it's reminiscent to back in the day. It's just full circle. So Westside. I was even chatting to Westside guy when he first came out. And he said, how much bread can I get in England and all that? I said, bro, you got to shoot videos. This Hitler's West Hermes Free when that came out. You got to shoot more videos. Yeah. Freddie Gibbs came over here, seen Mega at a show, shouted him out on Westwood. So now we check gigs every time he comes over here. Action Bronson came out here, brought us out on stage.
That's the lane.
So it's the lane's already shown itself.
Yeah.
When Sean Price hit me on the internet and said, I heard that I'm the reason you start templating your raps and thingy, I was broke down, bro. Yeah, that messed me up. Because that to me was more important than being around Jay and them, because that's what I went back to being 15 and seeing that CD in that mall. I thought this is what made me. I called my mum and I even told my mum. That's how serious it was. And I was grown by then. I'd already been around Kanye and done all this type of stuff.
How happy are you that we sat in the back of Hip Hop Camp and sat and listened to his stories rather than? I've never seen Red and Meth perform. They're supposed to be one of the biggest, the best performers in rap. Period. Yeah. Didn't go out and watch them perform.
Yeah, we sat with
Sean Price. God bless the dead. Like while he's telling us stories about shit that happened and everything else. I'm so glad that happened. It just, you know what I'm saying?
Every time he came, he called us. Every single time. Yeah, and the lane's already all the artists I've named that reached out to us since we've been over here over the last 5 years?
Yeah, they're all in. It's all that.
It's all the same lane.
It's what we're the cloth that
the
we're
cloth you're cut from.
That's we're the UK version of that.
It makes sense.
It does.
We're the UK version of that. And that's what they dig up. Bro, I'm telling you now, if we put out the right key projects with the right marketing now, you're going to see what happens over here. Because people don't even know who they are.
Yeah. And you know what it is? This is so long.
See, you lot, this is why we're here. I subconscious effort to him. I said, that's why I don't know who I followed you, right? Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm doing a search trying to find something else. And I saw what you said before. So I'm only dealing with people like that. Only people that get it. Not because we was down with the Dips or we was down with Dame. They listen to the same. We can come in. Look how long we've been here. How long we've been talking.
Just talking as well. Like
for real. I'm not gonna go do an interview. So.
And what's mad is.
So what features have you done?
Yeah. What's mad is before you guys got it. I was saying to these man I looked at some of the other interviews you man done, and a lot of people focus on the Dipset stuff rather than the music.
Fucking know.
So I specifically wanted us to not do that as much. You know what I'm saying? So now I get exactly what you're saying. How do you man pick your beats? Because from you're in the army, it's different to Shout, which is different to Pardon. It's different from
Ray Fan produced Shout and you're in the army.
No. Oh, is it?
No. Oh yeah, he redid it. Yeah. No. Initially, Thing did Shout. Yeah. But I don't know. How do we pick them?
And then you might spit on Crew Love. And it's all different.
Yeah, it's all different. It's weird. Like sometimes it can be to your detriment, though, man. To make something cohesive. Like,
but versatility, though, isn't it?
Yeah, versatility is
good.
But
no, see now we know who we are fully.
Okay.
Because we went through different stages. So Shouts when we came back to England and we lost and we wasn't with the Dips anymore, so we didn't. I think we made probably a lot.
That's Galaxy Fly,
music.
Right?
Yeah.
I hate that project.
Why?
Oh, mate. See that, mate. One time I was out and someone came up to me and was like, "Oh, that album." I was like, "I know." He probably expected me to say something else. Don't get me started.
There's key songs on there that's serious.
But I prefer that to Narnia.
Is it?
Yeah,
No
man.
way.
Yeah, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, man. I revisited both of them recently.
No way.
And that was hitting me more than Narnia.
Wow. I love
that. I don't know why, because he probably Pardon Me and all that.
Pardon Me, the songs on.
I like that soulful beats that you man spit on.
The Connect, Pardon Me.
Yeah.
Like there's certain songs on there that I mess with, but it's just all over the gaff. I just don't.
It was lost in England sometimes. But now, people say, "Would you move to America now?" Wouldn't now.
Why?
I mean, a number of reasons.
Different times, isn't it?
I mean, shit,
healthcare.
but the need, see what I'm saying? The young need to be around all the action, and see now we're grown and calculated.
It's just no need to be all in.
And London's our city, we know, you know what I mean. So we know exactly what's going on. Like, this is our city. And this is what's always giving us that rare flair that they've seen in New York.
Refined. I feel like we would lose that kind of like, there's like a clever class that comes with being, you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
and now when we perform, you just watch when we, see now we're way nicer than we was before. We're just not on the platform that we was on before. But the new shit that comes out from now, it's going to be different. That's why we took 4 years out.
No, I mean, I heard it on Omega's EP. You man still sound crisp, man.
Even,
You know what I'm
he did
saying?
that for his daughter. He's not even doing that for the public.
Yeah,
that's just him talking to his daughter.
That was just me just like, I just had to
himself.
You sound like very grown, very introspective.
Yeah.
You sound like you're like mentally somewhere else. Yeah. That's the vibe I got.
Thanks, man. Yeah, but I'm going to go back to
after we're going back to
Yes, I need some of that ignorant flash.
That's what I need, bro. There's no point in me lying, bro.
That's for him. Yeah.
He's like, they killed your cousin.
I thought it was the other way around.
No. I'm the bad.
He's a bad guy, man. From school, I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm the bad influence. So what it is when we go back together, think of it like this. If we had never met the Dips or Kanye in them, that's what this new shit's going to sound like. If we just would have carried on going and from all the shit we did in Staten Island and just came back to England and stayed in England.
Back to the grease, back to the essence of what we done. Yeah.
Peter will tell you, man. That's
like
what I
the
need,
bro.
bro.
That's
what feeds my soul.
I don't listen to cruddy rappers.
I did it.
Yourself, your image got matched.
I love the EP, but I go back and I listen to it and I'm like,
no, it's good. No,
I think they forgot, man.
No, it is.
I think I got to pull out that black tracksuit. Like, seriously, I got to bring the gloves out. You know them ones? Like, mask, no COVID.
Just remind everyone real quick.
One thing I need though.
You get a taste from it from back buzzing, so you get a little taste of, but darker.
Like no melodies, like just whatever we feel like. Whatever we feel like.
One thing I need though, a full project with Heatmakers.
That would be mad.
Something better than that coming.
Oh yeah?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You can't leave us hanging with just that, man.
You know them cliffhangers there.
Bro.
It's already been talked about. Someone in rap, something better than that. It's already been spoken about. So that's,
can we have a clue?
Coming. Nah. Guess what? When the thing is, I'll hit you man up first. You're on the list. I'll hit you out first.
Yes.
We're friends of the show now, so so I'll hit you up first. Because we're not playing them silly games no more, bro. You see on them platforms and all that. We don't want to be on them.
No.
We're gonna set a new lane completely, our own lane.
We appreciate
and we're gonna do what we do.
So when can we expect your new stuff?
We're gonna drop something soon. Real soon.
Put it this way. Streets or Salute 2 is almost done.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What I'm talking about is separate.
Oh, separate to that. Okay.
Yeah, but it's a whole. It's cohesive. It's one producer. But yeah, Street Sauce 2, and let's go straight across.
Is the producer from the UK or US?
No, America.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, producer from America. But Street Sauce Salute 2 called Straight Across Seas. That's Street Sauce Salute 2. That's almost done, and that because we had too much pressure because they deem that and Who Dares Wins as classics.
Yeah.
Even Come to America and Where's S.A.S. But them two,
those two are the
real classics.
Yeah.
So we've got songs. We've been doing Street Sauce Salute 2 for about 3 years or something like that. So because the production was so crazy, we had an open budget on Roc-A-Fella. So it's taken us this time to select beats that sonically can match up to
because
that.
we just had an open. Yeah, it was
you have to fine tune it and everything.
Yeah, we had the period and all that. There's certain beats we shouldn't have had on there. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like a major label album that we just leaked on. I think that's why it was so successful. And we didn't try and make no singles. But Straight Across These matches up to Street Sauce Salute 2, but older. But we're way better rappers. Way better. That even makes sense.
We're not just saying hot shit just to say it. You're gonna feel like you know, man.
I think then we was too focused on just spitting fire.
So what's you lot's favourite S.A.S. album?
Street Sauce Salute for me.
Street Sauce Salute for you?
Yeah, Street Sauce.
I'm a Who Dares Wins, man.
I told you earlier.
That's me, man.
Street Sauce Salute for me.
I like Street Sauce Salute, but I like the crud and Coming to America. I like the attitude. That's when we found ourselves.
Yo, that spit into Cam's intro to Cut.
Oh, it was different.
Come Home With Me. We should have done the video for that.
It was different.
Come Home With Me.
See the attitude.
The video I saw was on the Come Up DVD. Yeah.
No, but I mean, Come Home With Me. Remember we did Come Home With Me and we was talking about
Yeah.
Prime example. Come to America, right? We found ourselves. We cut our braids off. We found ourselves. We understood how to
sell lifestyle
and us as being from England. Yeah,
man, had the Louis bag.
It was still American influence.
Yeah,
we're going to be the other side of that spectrum now. So it's going to be fully British, but with a slight little flair the Americans can get.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going with it. But I like the crud on Coming to America too. Like we fully...
And it was pretty cinematic, the beats as well.
I felt that. Yeah.
But yeah, Streets of
like riding the rollers.
Streets of best.
I think naturally that's what everyone's always going to pick. I can't wait for this new project, man.
What was it like working with Stat Bundle? So what was he like, just generally?
Nah, he's just a cool brother. Like he's just a man. Like you know, like just a flashy, but just like just full of energy. Just he's just a guy.
He lights up the room when he comes.
His energy was mad lit. Like his aura crazy, man, special. Like you know what I'm saying. Like just one of them, like. Yeah,
light up the room.
Yeah, one of them ones.
Larger of the
I
land.
will say, I see him putting. We did Fresh with him, and he did the verse in front of me.
I saw him a few days
before
before he passed, and I seen him, and he just it seemed like shit was on his mind.
I spoke to him a week before. I was trying to steal him for Skull Gang. I was he was signing paper with Jim. He was like, nah. I was like, you need to come over here and ask him. You know what I mean? You just got this gangster thing over here. You see what I'm saying? So. That's a shame, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I was a fan of his as well, man. So it was sad, man. It was very sad.
Yeah, it was a shame.
And you lot worked with Nicki very early as well. Yeah. What was that like?
So Nicki was on Come Up DVD. They played it, and then Juelz and all of us was watching. And then Bundy, our guy from Queens, was like, "Bro, I'm the one that like I gave it to Fendi." He was like, "What? I heard this story, call her now." He's all right, cool. So he called her. She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Cool, I'll come for because we're already popping off over there." So she pulled up in a little Beamer. And then we were supposed to record it at his studio. I can't remember, the engineer didn't want to record or something like that. We said, forget this, we're throwing you in the 5 Cs, we're going to go to Juelz's studio. Took her to Juelz's studio and popped up with her. And Juelz was looking like... So we took her to Juelz with the intention he was going to try and grab her for Skull Gang. But I don't know, he wasn't on it. Too high. No, he was on it, but he was just doing Guy that day and too high. Wayne snapped her up a week later.
Oh, damn.
You see?
Yeah, he's fuming.
Yeah,
bro, you got to think about it like this, yeah? Drake's from Canada, and then Nicki was there. We could have, they could have, the Dips could have, they could have done all that type of stuff. They had us from England.
Yeah, easy, they could have done it.
Could have been something.
Just their machine was Wayne with Cash Money. They were serious, Cash Money.
Yeah, and they were about their business, man.
And at that point, they were grabbing bare different people and just trying to see what sticks.
That's a different machine anyway. That owns every label. Subsidiaries under it.
I think Cam Soul used to get money, and then the way he got dicked over on the first album and the second. By the time he got to Roc-A-Fella, he stopped. He didn't care.
Yeah,
that come home.
That's the energy you feel, though.
That come home with me, Cam's not Cam trying to be better than lyrical. Like he just trying to get all the money. He didn't really care. And then I just rap because I'm nice.
Then you started hearing computers puting.
Yeah, but that's just because he's not like No, don't get me wrong.
He's a borrower.
By the time he got to Roc-A-Fella, it wasn't even about him. It was about the Dips. That's why he put Juelz on everything. He put him on two of his biggest singles. Because at the point he thought,
put him on two of the biggest singles. Yeah, Oh Boy, Hey Ma, and then a track with Jay-Z. How can you get?
Juelz was supposed to be on that track. He just couldn't write quick enough.
That is a mad setup.
For real? He couldn't write quick enough. So his 4 bars was the first 4 bars of his rap. They made it the chorus because Jay and Cam their verses were finished that quick, and the 8s at the end.
Fucking hell.
They literally just boom.
But Juelz did a lot of like Diplomat Community. That's a lot of his. The first album. It's a lot of his. First album was a lot of Juelz's first album on that.
Oh, for real?
He gave a lot of his own songs.
Because I felt like From Me to You, his first album was a bit underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie.
Because Diplomat he put all those songs onto Diplomat with the double disc.
Okay, right.
Yeah, if you hear those songs like Ground Zero and all that.
Yeah, hard. Yeah.
Who am I?
Yeah. Yeah, that was tough.
Who is one of my favourite songs?
I feel like Juelz, he could have been bigger, man. I feel like, I don't know, man. I think he might have...
I remember he dropped God Willing, and I was like, this sounds serious, but then
the fire had gone. I felt like the fire had gone, though, man.
The fire wasn't the same, but I remember when he dropped God Willing, I was waiting for maybe 5 years for God to take. And he dropped and it just did it hit, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
If the wait wasn't worth the, do you know what I'm saying?
I think Juelz was waiting around too long.
Yeah, I think.
I thought there was like contractual issues as well.
No, but
he
shouldn't.
He just got used to it. I think he got used to a label and a system working for him instead of him just being proactive and putting stuff out. Because he would like create and have a whole bunch of songs. He'd play us and we'd be like, wow. And it was just like
he always had a talent.
He was like hoarding. He was a hoarder. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was just like, fuck that. That's why I was like, you know what? And we started to get, not like hoarding, but we started to think, oh, we're creating songs, but we're holding them. And that's why I said, that's why I did the EP. Because we kind of started getting a bit like songs, holding them. And I just started to get like, no, fuck this, I'm putting it out. Like, you better not fuck up the legacy. I'm like,
Yeah. So, May, you gonna do a solo as well?
Nah.
Nah?
No way.
Oh, for real.
I never want to go solo. I just put it out because I had to show this guy. Mate, the ball don't fuck. We got to keep going.
You
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I
might
was-
get one cruddy single and that's it.
But no, that time.
I didn't never plan on being solo.
Yeah.
Like,
Would you do
ever.
another one?
Nah.
Nah?
Like, I just want this guy to just so we can just carry up.
No,
Like,
we went to though.
that's why I flung it out. You know, the Rolling Stones, I was just like leaving gaps out, and I was like, yo, I'm seeing a pattern here.
You know,
Man's listening to the same song with one verse on it.
You know what? I've started to get fascinated by the marketing and stuff like that. Like that's more interesting. Like having a plan, a vision, and putting that together and then making it work. I just can't deal with the politics, and I'm not going to chase around like guys in this country. And all that type of
Like, to
stuff.
be honest, when I did it, I was like, you know what? Like, I need to do this because I'm never going to make music like this again. Like, I hear it and I'm like, that made itself. That was a moment. So it's like, bam, that's out. Bam, keep it moving. And I can never replicate that. So I was like, you know what? That's a creative space I'm in. So let me just share that with the world. And it just made sense. And I was just like, all right, cool. Now I can just like, got that off my chest. You know, like we have to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then
And it's good for his daughter as well. When she grows up, she's gonna think, "Wow, this is crazy."
And it felt right, man. Even with the lockdown thing, like I did the video, like the True North one. It was like the streets was empty, everything. It felt like a
video was
moment.
way-
It felt like a real poignant moment. Like, so I'm gonna look back at it like, oh, it was her first birthday. That was happening. It's like almost like a journal.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Everything
Keep it
came
moving.
all came
Yeah,
together.
and then
All came
people
together.
kind of get an understanding, like of like, all right, cool. Like you know who I was. This is where I'm at right now. It's like people. So there's like so then we can all right, cool, get to business again. Like so people that know us, like know what we're about. Well, I don't know. They might not know what we're gonna do, which is even better because there's an element of surprise now. Because I guess they're not even expecting what we're gonna do next. Because well, you know how we depending on what kind of beats we choose, we'll go somewhere else. But I just want dark production, shit that just makes you just screw up your face and just want to make you do the whole rack, even if you've never even done weights before. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
I need that, man.
Random question. Are you man still in touch with Baby Blue?
Baby Blue.
I used to fancy her like crazy.
Listen. Baby Blue is Biggs' head of A&R at Seven Wallace.
Okay.
So Biggs is signed over there, So they're together, still.
Okay.
So, Baby Blue is supposed to be our first lady of Eurogang.
So what happened?
She moved to America, started working for Warner Brothers, and then we walked into the label one day with Cam and bumped into her there at the table.
Oh yeah, that was mad.
And they told Cam, yo, she's crazy, she rap crazy. That
was mad. I forgot that happened.
Yeah, then she moved back and then she got more into the business side of things and stuff like that. But we took her to Europe once, to Poland.
Yeah.
And we did a crazy show over there and all that.
Do you man get tired of talking about the Dipset shit?
Yeah. Because we're not the same people. We're not the same people. It's like, you see what I'm saying? It's cool talking about it. It's just the type of questions people ask about it.
Yeah. They just want to know about the drama, innit? That's
That's what it is. You know?
Controversy sells, innit? So
clickbait shit.
Yeah, precisely, man. But no, man, I appreciate you, man, coming, man.
Yeah,
I've
man,
really
for real.
enjoyed this,
We
man.
appreciate
Bro,
it.
bro,
Sick,
really,
man.
really
Like I said,
appreciate it.
bruv, growing up in Tottenham, bruv, we rinsed you man's music out, bro. I'm not even
bro.
kidding,
I love
bruv.
that.
Was you not getting that innit? Anyway, mixtapes in the streets or what?
No, we was getting mixtapes in the streets in Tottenham back in the day,
Yeah,
fam. You remember Tottenham Herald?
Yeah.
There was a little store there that used to sell mixtapes back
So
in the
like
day.
bootlegs or what?
Yeah, bootlegs. They used to sell it.
sick.
They sell it early, bro. What? I remember
That
we used
and
to go.
Wembley Market was
Yeah, I
fun.
remember there was actually a little. I don't know if you've seen Tottenham Herald.
Yeah.
Opposite like the Iceland, everyone knows if they're from Tottenham what I'm talking about. There was like a little store,
Yeah.
some little Jamaican store, and he used to sell mixtapes back in the day. And I remember we used to just always and then someone would just burn it, and then
Yeah.
next thing you know, bruv, you're not escaping it, bro. Literally, like if I said my guy Mo Ramen and Nita, them man know who I'm talking. Bro, we was rinsing it out back in the day, so, especially because we were from North London as well.
Yeah, of course.
It's just literally, you know how it goes with North London, bruv. When someone from North London bangs, it spreads like wildfire. Do you get what I'm saying?
He was mostly in South back then and all that.
Yeah,
He was
Run McCoy and all that thing. And Dark and Cold days,
Nah, so it was big,
Fucking
man.
hell,
It was
different
big.
era, man.
Yeah.
No, it's a good era to be in, but yeah, it's a new day, bro. And sometimes I could be like, don't talk to me about anything old in the
Yeah, he
real
gets
rap.
pissed off when people be sending the old songs. He's like, what, don't they want to play the new shit? Just want to play these old songs. I'm not going to retweet it into my stories no more.
No, but I get it. This is a moment in time. It's a moment in time for them. I understand. I get it. But we see where he just, I don't know, I hear too much inconsistencies and all stuff like now. Like, oh yeah, it was
Like
cool
what?
for back then.
Yeah.
Just like it was cool for back then. But now to me, it sounds dated. I can't listen to nothing I've done that's more than a couple of years old because I feel like I'm just getting better.
Are you your own worst critic?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I get a little bit wavy to listen to, just to not critique it.
Yeah.
Or I might not hear something for ages.
Like, oh, this was crazy.
That's why when we come to America, I heard "Come On With Me" and I was like, I got chills in it. Like, shoot a video for this.
That's how I felt about Dress to Impress. I listened to Dress to Impress the other day, and I was like, fucking hell, this track's a banger.
Or when we do shows in Europe. And we're on stage, like front on them roads, and that sample.
You see everyone's word to word just banging out.
Do you know what I think was slept on when it came out? But it wasn't really slept on. It's just like we didn't have the hype of Dips and Roc-A-Fella, Super Mario Brothers.
You think that was slept on?
Bro. Not slept on, but like I feel like if that came out when we was,
it weren't slept on amongst S.A.S fans.
I don't think it was slept on.
No S.A.S fans. I don't think. No.
You know what?
But you're saying it could have been bigger.
But I feel like it could have been bigger. Yeah, not with the fans. The fans heard that.
We don't. Soon we will, because I know how to do this direct to consumer thing now. But before we couldn't, we didn't. It's only when we go outside. And me, I'm more recluse than Mega. Meg's always out.
Yeah, so
and I'm the one you don't see. Really.
And it's funny you say that because I remember I met Mega before, like maybe like 2014 in Concrete.
Yeah,
I was with my boy. And then he was like, yo, Mega's over there. But I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah. Then he came over to you and then he brought you over. Yeah. And then we were like, yo, where's Mayhem? He was like, oh, he's at home. He never really goes out.
I always tell him, I always go come home, like, mate, I seen a few people. I give him a little roundup, you know what I mean? I see him now.
Little report. That's crazy, man. Yeah, man, we appreciate you coming down,
honestly,
man. It's been great chat, man.
No, it's been sick, man. I had fun.
Yeah, for real. Where can people reach you guys, man?
On Twitter, at Mayhem SAS, at Mega SAS. On Instagram, Runway May, and at Mega Cito _.
Yeah, MEGACITO. Been feliz since days of Pro BO, you know?
Love that. And everyone go cop Mega's new EP as well.
Yeah, My True North. It's on all platforms now. Get the merch as well, you know. The lighters, the bottle openers. In one with the teas, and holla. What's it on? 460.com. Well, you see the link in my bio on Instagram. Big up Links for sorting that out as well, man. Love.
Just look out for the new shit.
And shout out, Ben for getting involved and helping with the process of this EP as well. And who else? That's it, right? Ruben Joy produced the whole thing.
Yeah, big up Wavy Boy Smith as well out in Dubai right now, enjoying himself.
Living life.
Enjoy that.
Come on. Yeah, big up you guys, man. Fucking
Definitely,
sick
100%.
platform. I
Thank you,
had a
man.
good time, man. Natural,
you,
organic shit, man.
Yeah.
Vital is vital.
That's what we're doing.
It felt good, man.
That's what we're doing from now. Organic
That's
stuff.
it. None of that fuck shit, man. I don't care how big your platform is.
Listen, man, your guys' story is a very important one, man. So I'm glad we were able to get quite a bit of it.
Jeez, signing out.
Let's wrap this up, man. Pete, Mo, anything else to say?
No,
I had a Rock Marciano question, but it's gone.
You don't have it anymore?
Oh, it's gone, man. I forgot, man.
I mean,
It's gone. It'll come back to me, but yeah.
What about
It's gone.
Oh, you only got one.
Stove God Cooks. I've been banging at Stove God Cooks as well.
Yeah, he's hard, isn't it? Yeah. Rock Marcy produced the whole thing.
Big up Jazz. Yeah, big up the whole illustrious
Big up
Pimp
Rob,
Hire.
big up all of them, man. Still, he's fucking naughty, bro. If people ain't heard him, you should check him out.
Have you? Yeah, I remember now. Have you physically been in a studio with Rock Marcy when he's recording?
We haven't even met
Because
him.
I need to know his writing process.
We haven't even met him yet. Imagine that.
Oh, you ain't met him yet?
He's on our album. We're on his
We
shit.
shot a video with him.
Yeah, but you guys weren't in the same place,
It's funny. Like, music.
He stays in LA though a lot. That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
We missed him last time, but May spoke to him when we was in NY. He was in LA at the time.
Yeah.
Well, he's about to leave NY to go LA.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, he's in Philly or one of them places.
Yeah, I need to understand his writing process, man,
He'll
because
be here
he taps into something else.
Bro, he'll be here soon.
He's nuts.
He'll be here
Mad,
soon.
He's
innit?
nuts. Yeah, he's nuts, man.
Reloaded. That gets
Yeah, man.
literally.
I slept though. The first time I heard him, I was like, I'm not sure about this guy's flow. Reloaded. I slept.
Mate.
Bro,
I had to go back, man.
paid for the necklace and ate breakfast.
Yeah, nah, man. Yo. He's crazy, man.
That's a bar, man. Yeah. And on that note,
That's pure love, bro. Man.
yeah, for real, that's his guy. And on that note, we're gonna sign off. So thanks once again to S.A.S for coming through. You're welcome to come through anytime, guys, man.
All right, my guys.
When that Heatmakers project comes, innit?
Oh boy,
I'm speaking it into existence, man.
It's gonna be crazier than that.
for sure.
It's gonna be crazier than that. I'm telling you.
All right, man.
can't
Look
wait,
forward to it, man.
And man, we're gonna sign off. So until next time, take care, guys, and peace.
Jeez.
Love.
Oh, man.